It's called what?
It's called tacrolimus.
Tacrolimus? What is tacrolimus?
It's a pill that you take for the rejection of my liver.
Oh, that's what it is? All
I
right,
take
we live.
of them, a
So
grip
that's
of
when you got to take it. All right. What up? Let's go.
a couple I take, bro. At 8 o'clock in the morning and 8 o'clock at night for the rest of my life. I know what I'm doing from 8 to 8 right there. What's up, man? You had a good day today? Well,
Man, I'm living, bro. I'm living. It was pretty good. Can't complain. You know what I mean? But I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to go. Got more money. More monies. More money. All right, let me see. Gotta get this shit live on IG. What up, everybody? Hopefully everybody's
what up, man?
pulling up.
Wonderful Wednesday today.
Whacked out Wednesdays.
Whacked out Wednesdays or something. Get to work Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Grab your card. There it is.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. We live on IG. Let's go.
What's that? Myra says, "What's up to Myra? Look at it.
What up, Myra? Yes, on Wednesdays. Let's go.
Where Gabe at?
Gabe's running late. Maine's running late. Dang, just me and Gravy.
Just me and you, man. We have a dope ass show today, bro.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's get it going.
What we're gonna talk about. What up? What up? Welcome to Radiance Live. I'm your host, Low. Got Coach Gravy in the building. Raider Gabe and also the Sportsman are running a little bit late, but you know how LA traffic be. So we're just
we paid Maine all that money, man. He's late. God,
I know, man. Like, I don't know, man. We got to figure it out, bro, because you know this is crazy.
Oh, he Hollywood. He Hollywood, huh? I just seen the video that he made, a little music and all that, getting Hollywood, huh?
Yeah, he's not Hollywood. I don't say Hollywood, but Hollywood. I'll give him that.
He's Hollywood. There you go.
That's cool. My dude, though. He should be pulling up very shortly. So
yeah, that's cool. I know, man. I want to hear what he got to say.
Yeah, I always like what man got to say. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, like a lot of the stuff that we be, you know, a lot of people are mad at us. I feel like a lot of people were taking. I even see Vincent Bonsignore. Hey, bro,
telling me.
Yeah, yeah, because you know what I mean. A lot of people are mad at the situation, the way we're looking at things, right?
Mm.
And people are trying to like put it in a different way. Like, I don't know, man. They're just trying to. It's a hard pill to swallow when we're looking at certain things and we're not making certain moves. Like, I was wrong on Chin. I'll give you that. You know what I mean? Especially last year, and then him the numbers with Morgan or whatever, whatnot. But you know, at first I was kind of like in the spot of these are good moves that good organizations make. But
yeah,
when you look at it a little bit more in depth, it's kind of like, are these really good moves? You know what I mean? And when you listen to certain people, like a lot of people didn't like Maine when he first came out. You know, they're saying that, oh man, he's just a car hater and this, that, and the third. It wasn't. He was saying this shit from the beginning before I even brought him on, and I was watching him for a year. So when we start saying like how we actually look at it, and you know, and even though we haven't started playing anything, it's only free agency. When you start seeing the whole narrative change all the way across the board, you see the whole narrative change, right? And then even Vincent Bonsignore is over here saying, wow, certain players and this, that, and the third, and certain people in the buzz in the nation is that they're not making the right moves. He's even saying, calm down. I'm like, what? So that means like, you know, people are relating the message, I guess. You know, the Raiders, Raider fan base isn't completely happy, but we are Raider fans and we're going to stick to it no matter what. But, you know, sometimes the truth hurts, you know what I mean? And some people have a disillusioned view of what a real team looks like. You know what I mean? And or how a team's put together. So we can be a little bit jaded, a little bit disillusioned in a sense as well from looking at it the way we're looking at it. But it's just one of those things, man. I just like to be honest and open about myself, about how I feel about it and how I'm looking at it. But I was just telling Gravy, if you guys don't know, look it up. We cleared Christian Wilkins restructured. It got us up to $60 million. So now we're tied with $60 million in cap space. Shout out Sean Johnson. He sent that to me right away. I'll read a couple more things, man. But we're gonna get into it, guys, and just waiting for the guys to pull up and stuff like that.
What are we gonna do with that money, bro?
That's exactly what Gravy said.
We're gonna get 10, 15 guys that we don't know about, or are we gonna do something and make our team better?
So do we make a trade? See, do we make a trade? Do we make what are we doing? You know what I mean? Even at, how do you say it? Even if you're looking at free agency right now, there's a lot of fucking question marks, bro. We can go so many different ways.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying
those guys are falling off, though. Those guys are those good guys. Yeah. There's some guys out there like wide receiver wise, but they're big name guys and they're expensive, and I understand that, though. I wasn't looking at it like, okay, I knew some guys were gonna leave. They were gonna get crazy money. Like I knew Morrig was gonna get. I didn't think that much, but I thought he was gonna. That we were gonna just say, all right, you could go, and then get somebody. At the names that were at the safety position there, the guys that I was used to. I knew about Jeremy Chan, bro, but he wasn't being. He was the type of player that wasn't being what he was supposed to be, and he went to Washington, had a great year, I guess, and then we picked him up, but I wanted to get better. You know what I mean? And then we became a little bit softer as far as the coverage is concerned, because I watch all the whole football about it. You can say, hey, the guy's good. He's a thumper. He stops the run, and that's cool. I'm with that, but I look at the coverage part, and he's not as good as Morrig was. So I think that's a downfall. I'm not saying the guy sucks.
Right.
Never said that. Never said that these guys suck. They're the Raiders, and I have to appreciate that. But people were just thinking I was being negative to get shit, and I don't like hearing that because I don't get shit from here, bro. I just try to kick you some good name, and I don't have the fucking etch and sketch to tell you how football really is, bro. You know what I mean? Or I don't got the crayons to show you that. But if you want to be, judgmental on what I say, then hit me up. Bro.
I don't got the crayons to show you. That's
good. It's so low budget, bro. With people are, I'm not saying it was said that my team sucked. That I said my team. Me and Gabe said that we suck, and that got to me, bro. I never said that shit. Well, does it deep down, do you feel like we're a better team? Yeah, yes, Geno's an asset. We're gonna win games because of Geno.
Right.
Coaching asset. But I want to see our team be better, bro. I don't want that shit I seen last week getting embarrassed by certain things. And I know it's not gonna happen this year. I'm just excited for it, and you can't blame me for being excited for certain situations that the Raiders are in. But I'll roll with them. I'm gonna roll with them, bro.
I agree, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's the weight has been tremendous on the nation, bro. Mm-hmm. We show up, we show out. Good coaches, bad coaches. You know what I mean? AP was in over his head now that you really look at it, but I liked the energy that he brought. You know what I mean? And it's sad to say that he had a car dealership, but he was kind of almost like a used car dealership kind of guy. Hey, man, we're going to fucking rally the troops. And, if he had the right, I think he had like too many people in his ear. I think he knew he was only going to be here for a year. So it was
bro?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about AP. I think he didn't get what he needed to actually win. I think he was kind of almost a fall guy, kind of like, hey, we took a shit we shit on the bed with fucking McDaniels.
Yeah.
And then we gave you a guy that you wanted, and now we getting the guy that we need. You know what I mean? So for me, I think just the nation's kind of like they're excited. Don't get me wrong. We're excited about the moves and stuff like that, but the frustration from all the years that we've been fucking bad, bro, it's kind of evident. So I think it's like, you know, and it's just showing because every year, how many times do we do these shows? We're doing these shows consistently, bro. 3 shows, 5 shows, and it's like we're not getting nothing. We're not doing anything better over the years, so it almost feels similar to it. But by leaps and bounds, bro, we're way better. Pete Carroll, Chip Kelly, we're keeping our defense. We're keeping our defensive guy, right? Well, what I'm saying is, as far as how we build is from top down, right? It's not from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? In certain things, you have to build from the ground up. You're building a house, go for it. But in this kind of situation, in a business, you got to start with the owner, the guy that's going to be running the show, the guy's going to be doing the hiring, then moving forward and going down like that. You know what I mean? There's tiers to it in a business. Now, if the business is to build from the ground up, but you have to establish where you get your money and so forth, and how it's being broken down. And then you start building from the draft. That's what we're doing. So in order for a business to fucking work, you got to work from the top and from the bottom, and then meet in the middle, and then that's where you get success. You know,
we're rebuilding then. We're rebuilding what everybody's saying we're not doing.
Yeah, but we are rebuilding, man. I hate that's the one thing that I don't like. They're saying, "Oh, we're not rebuilding. We have a whole new coaching staff."
Well, that doesn't mean you're rebuilding, but it looks like we're getting different players. Players are leaving this for money, and it's for the money.
So that's a rebuild.
Money. We're gonna have to, but we replace them laterally, whatever. A lateral movement. They're the same guys.
Yeah.
How is that a rebuild? They're just putting the shit back that we had before.
Not necessarily. We don't. Okay. So what do we need? Big time. We don't have any running backs.
We need everything.
We need everything. Right. Exactly. So it's a fucking rebuild. We changed our whole offensive line. As of right now, our offensive line looks different. Right?
How is it different? Well, we got rid of James and the same guys. Same guys. No.
Well, not necessarily. Now JPJ is going to be running it. Now it's a different offense, something that he knows how to run.
He's been in there,
right? But Gravy, he wasn't a starter. He wasn't a starter. And when did he start playing? Halfway through the season?
Because he was hurt. It wasn't because they benched him. He was hurt.
I didn't say that he wasn't, but I'm saying he only played like half the season, and then half the season when he did play, he dominated at center and dominated every position that he had. And then people were telling him to slow down, bro. Like, no, that you need an offensive line that's going to beat your ass up. So, regardless of whatever, I mean, Kappa's new, Meredith is new. I mean, going to be going into his second year, so he's relatively new. Then the offensive line coach isn't the same. It's not the same, bro.
You got the Philbin's still there. He was running it.
Who? Philbin?
Philbin's still there. He know more than fucking Pete Carroll's kid.
I don't know. We don't know that yet.
Been an offensive line coach for 40 years, bro, in the NFL. And our offense got better because of him. He took it over. But they got rid of the motherfucker when homeboy got cut.
Yeah, I mean, either way, bro. Like, I just think it's a rebuild. It's I don't see it not being a rebuild. We lost a lot of fucking.
Find out in the draft, bro, because it's if you're going to go super young players, like a bunch of them, you know what I mean? Then that's what's going to happen. If we keep dropping down and getting picks, that means we're going to need more players and get more players because everybody's talking about trading down. To me, the 6th pick is you're going to get a good player. Whoever you pick, you're going to get somebody that I trust these dudes on doing that, getting the best player we can at that spot, getting value for it. And you got to look at free agency as value. You know what I mean? Now people are talking shit on Spillane. He was too slow. He was slow at you're dissecting this dude when everybody loved the guy. You know what I mean? And so now this guy from Pittsburgh, everybody loves him. You know what I mean? It's like that. That's the way we are. The Raider fans are. We like this. We hate the guy that leaves. Like Morik fucking sucked anyways in coverage. All right. Oh, we weren't saying that when number 7 was making plays and shit. You know what I mean? But now He's where he's at. So I hope. I don't hope they do good, but fuck them.
Nah, nah. I'm not gonna shit on anybody like as far as Spillane is concerned. I'm not gonna even shit on Diablo. What's the point? He did what he needed.
I go off on Diablo, bro.
Yeah, I know that, but at the same time, you were going off on him before that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think Spillane did what he was supposed to do and for himself moving forward, and I'm not mad at that. I'm not gonna knock somebody like even Carr, bro. Like everyone's shitting on Carr, and I don't want to like stick on this guy, but he put up a lot of numbers, a lot of losses too. But overall, like he was a Raider for a long time. Spillane came in and established himself as a Raider, bro. So, and I'm not mad at him about going getting money, bro. Hey, go get your money, bro. Like I'm not tripping. I'll go get another job in a fucking second if they're gonna pay me more money. You know, if I'm not appreciated, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's just what it is.
Them that much.
Right, but see, the thing is, that's the thing. But see, Pete Carroll and Graham they're all looking at something. Now, I'm pretty sure that they offered him some money for those guys to be like, hey, thank you, so forth and so forth. Nah, I want to change. I'm not going to stick around or whatever, whatnot, or the management. You never know. Maybe they just didn't want to be in Vegas no more. Isn't Spillane from back east? Let's go finish my career back east. Why not?
I don't know where he's from.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, regardless of whatever, I'm not mad at anybody, but I'm not going to sit back and critique him saying he was too slow or anything like that. That motherfucker, 1,000 snaps, all kinds of fucking tackles. 100 is fucking like 58 tackles or some shit like that. That's crazy, bro. So like, I'm not shitting on him or anybody like that. Morik got better. Like, shout out Soul, bro. Like, he doesn't like him because he got an argument with him over IG over his purse, but that motherfucker was actually developing into something good. You know what I mean? Now, is he going to do anything in Carolina? I can give a fuck less.
The thing is about Morik is what we don't know, dude. He was a high second-round pick, bro. A high second-round pick. And we waited 4 years for this dude to finally break through and say he's a good fucking safety.
I was saying he's a good safety last year. I was saying that he's a good safety last year.
Bro. That's even that, bro. You got to make an impact. He didn't make an impact, and I don't care who was his defensive coordinator. If you're a good safety, it's not like that, bro. It's not like a defensive lineman where your schemes fuck. You know what to do. So he wasn't. He got paid like he was a number one pick and all pro and shit like that, but he wasn't. Doesn't have that decoration on him, bro.
Yeah.
And neither does the guy that we brought in. So we just swapped dudes, really, with Washington. We swapped the guy.
Well, we're cheap, and we might get what we pay for, or there might be some upside.
We'll see what's up.
I mean, we got to be optimistic somewhat. You know what I mean?
I'm pulling for the dude. I want him to do good. I have to want him to do. You know what I mean? I'm pulling for the guy, and I just want more people, bro. I just want more people back up. Our problem was everybody was saying backups. We need back, and then that's what I'm looking at, bro. The depth of our. There's a big gap between that chin and whoever's behind them. Big gap, and that's the way it ended. You know, that's the way it ended. We got to get more guys in it.
Well, we're gonna see what's gonna happen because there's a lot of things that we can talk about moving forward, man. And I want to kind of dive into the players that we do got right now and just look at what we got, what's so bad about them, and whatever or not. I think Mostert was talking today too. He's in the building and stuff like that. So that's another depth piece. I think that what they're doing is like bringing in veteran pieces to where it's like you can get a good running back. Mostert's been playing a long time in this league, so he might have some good insight to teach these young guys that we're gonna have to go for a running back in the draft. So let me get to the chat real quick, man. We'll get into it, man. Once again, welcome to Radio Nation Live. I'm your host, Low. We got Raider Gabe, and it's running late. Swell Sports Man, and also Coach Gravy is in the building. Myra, what up? What up? West Side Wednesday, let's go. Chubby, what up, bro? Salute to you, man. Orlando, what's up? Battle 559, my 2 cents. Guerrero in the building, what up? Raider Gabe says, salute, gentlemen. I'll be heading home as soon as I pull up. Yes, sir. Jason Downs, man. There's all kinds of Raiders live CCs on right now, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. My opinion, stop defending the Gravy. Frank Perez, you all can kiss my Irish ass. What the fuck? Wait a minit. How in the hell is Frank Perez Irish? Crazy. Anyways.
Check your message. Name's on there saying check a message or something.
Oh shit. Okay, hold up. Grow thicker skin, bro. My opinion. What up? Raider Paul, what's up? Salute. Hold on, I'll check it right now. My phone's back here, so right here it says salute linebacker Christian Ellis is a sneaky pickup. He's good coverage as long as New England don't match him at 3.3 million. All right, shit. Raider Paul in the building. What up? What up? I have to look at that. John Parker. What up? We got go get players who want to be with this organization. What about the offensive line? We'll talk about that. Verstelli, what up, bro? We're not rebuilding. Don't trade. You don't trade for Geno and extend Max Crosby if you're Max if you're rebuilding. Nav man, what up, bro? Salute to you. Says we're definitely rebuilding. Shout out, Gabe. SoCal, what up, bro? Lord Rachitas. Philbin is still part of the staff, senior advisor of some sort. Yeah, my opinion. We're taking Sanders at 6. I want to talk about that too. Shit. Shout out to everybody else in the building. Rebuilding is smart, but none of the less rebuilding. Yeah, for real. It's about five shit. I've been rebuilding my whole life. It is what it is. It's fucking stupid. That's some real shit. John B in the building says our problem over the years is I never brought in another quarterback to actually compete and push car. Always relied on him and only him. That's true as fuck. All eyes. What up? What up? What up? So it says he was mid-period, LOL, and fuck that purse. So what up, Gio? What up? Salute to you, man. Hopefully you have a good one. Diablo sucks. Sportsman. Oh shit, right here it says Raider Nation. Check our IG. All right, check it right now, brother. I'll get to it. I'm just trying to get to everybody, man. Morgan missed 2 games in the last 4 years, my opinion. Shout out. Jonathan 7. Post June first cuts. We will be splash plus 10 draft picks with bulk of the roster overhaul. Pay no attention to that, man. Behind the curtain. It's an overhaul. There you go. Shit. Hopefully Chip Foose is fucking doing this overhaul, bro, because we need that shit.
We're gonna. I don't want to be pissing you off, but we're gonna overhaul a 4-win team. The fuck you do that?
Hold on real quick.
Making. Do we think if we're overhauling, that means we're gonna replace the players that leave with better players? With some better situations there. Not the same. What you got? You done with the chat or what?
No, I'm trying to send Main the fucking StreamYard. Try that, man. Yeah. Pick 6, Genty's looking better every day, man. I hear that. Shit. All right, just trying to catch up to everybody.
We shall see.
Browns might take Sanders. Shit.
We'll see.
Right all right.
I'm excited to see that.
We got better because we got the same production for less money. That's true.
How do we know that?
Just numbers. Based on his numbers, that's what we're looking at. Because I can pull that up as well.
You can, but it doesn't make no sense because the dude's a box safety and the other guy's a run stuff for a linebacker. It doesn't matter. He didn't do what Spillane did.
What are you talking about? How can you be a box safety and what?
That's what he's a box safety, and we have a linebacker that is in 2 plays to stop the run. That's the stats that they have. That's why they're better than Spillane's or close to Spillane's.
Spillane, bro. Oh, you're killing me, Gravy.
Spillane went out. That fucking white dude had fucking. He went out there and fucking covered. This dude is not even in the game when it's a passing down.
That's true. If we went more than 4 games, we got better. True.
That's why it snaps you so low for Spillane.
So Patrick Graham inherited this defense. No offensive coordinator has had his scheme. What did he say? Had his scheme stick with the Raiders. Callie will be the first coordinator to pick his quarterback, build around definition of overhaul. Okay. But see, like, don't think I got to push back on that with Callie. I don't think he got because he did try to draft him to fucking Oregon. So I'll give you that. You know what I mean? He was looking at trying to draft him to Oregon when he was the coach over there. So there's that. You know what I mean? I'll give you that. Kuiper and Jeremiah can get the fuck out of here. Crazy to take a running back in the 6th. depth, but damn far too much to value a quarterback later. Okay. Spillane lack cover. Shout out Raider Nation.
Hey, Raider Profit, man.
Shit, what up? Says that's why they just signed a coverage linebacker for 3.3 and got 2 players less than got Spillane. Shit, okay. Raider Profit, what up?
Good move. It's a good move right there, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we got. I'm happy with that pickup. So I'm not gonna talk shit about it. I'm happy they're getting other guys. And Ellis is a good piece to bring in there. I like that. Not gonna bitch about that one.
Okay, it says right. Shout out Raider Prophet. He says no one wants to address tight end because we have Bowers. If Mayer is gone, what's next? We did this with Waller. Soon as he missed games, who do we go to? Well, I don't think we have a problem. Everyone's talking about Meyer being gone, bro. I don't see him leaving, bro. There's no point for him to leave.
Mayer. Not Meyer. Mayer. Say his name right.
Oh, thank you. Thank you,
It pisses me off when you say his name
Good.
right.
Spillane. You keep saying Spillane.
I can say Spillane about his name. Fucking Spillane. Doesn't get on my nerves when you say things wrong.
Okay.
You're just a bad mood dude, bro. You're just a bad mood guy.
Who?
That's what you.
Who's in a bad mood? You're in a bad mood, bro.
You're in a bad mood. I'm in a great mood today, bro.
You look uncomfortable.
Fine, bro. I'm fine what I do. I ain't taking no shit back.
Gabe says I'm a little more excited, at least with them opening up an extra $15 million there. So I agree, but we still have money, and we're still pretty old currently. All right, man. Without further ado, the homie coming out of the IE, man. Some of y'all motherfuckers love him, some of y'all motherfuckers hate him, but either way, he's a real motherfucker. My boy, Sportsman. What up?
He ain't even in the house.
There he is.
What it do? What's cracking?
What's up, bro?
What's popping with y'all, man? What it do, man? Raider Nation, made a motherfucking nation. Y'all know what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We got it.
What's cracking, my guys?
Man, just chilling. Just me and Gravy arguing with each other.
Shit. Same old same.
Pretty much
same old shit. Nothing's ever changed. Nothing changed.
Yeah, shit. I turned Gravy a couple years ago, man. He used to be more optimistic. Now he be like, man, fuck all of this shit. I need to see what's going on.
I was faking, man. I was holding back, man, and I'm not doing that no more. So
that's good, yeah, man. Fuck all of that, man. We got to be 100, my guy.
Yeah.
What you got for us, bro? What's your input on the Geno trade first? How you like that?
Oh man. Let me drink some water real quick. I'm just now walking in. I'm just walking in the house and shit. Just fucking picked up my fucking stepson, huge ass from fucking Centennial. I fucking moved him to Centennial.
Oh, okay.
Do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah, fucking Carson Palmer tried to keep him over there, man. But I'm like, man, fuck that rebuild. We out of here.
Carson Palmer.
And he's at Bosco.
He's a head coach at Santa Margarita.
Oh shit! Okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's where he went. That's his alumni. That's his school.
Oh, okay. Shit, that's crazy.
Yeah,
nice.
It's just pretty dope. Yeah, it's pretty dope though. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. That's pretty dope. But really, was just the drive really what fucked this up. Because it's far as fuck, man. It's all over Santa Margarita as far as fuck from where I'm at.
Yeah. Was about like 2 hours away? Hour and a half?
Yeah, like an hour and a half away. Fucking traffic as far as fuck, bro. It's like
yeah.
What's cracking, my guys?
Shit, man. We're just chilling. We're just chilling, brother. Just I've been watching you on IG, bro, and then a lot of stuff's been going on, and then my work schedule, Gravy's work schedule, and everybody's like, we've been trying to get a lot of people on. So it's like, I've been watching a lot of the stuff that you've been posting. You know what I mean? Especially the Lakers. Shout out Lakers. You know what I'm saying? But
that's right, Lake Show, baby.
Yeah, sir. But nah, man. Like Gravy had that first question. Like, what do you think about Geno Smith? Because we haven't really had a good chance to talk. And so we'll just go off that and keep it pushing from there.
Oh, okay. Well, you already know it's gonna be I got to give y'all the honest, raw take. And shit, I don't know if y'all seen my initial reaction when it first happened. Because did you?
Yeah.
When we first got Pete Carroll, I'm like, here come DK maybe, because you know these coaches like to bring their own guys. Yeah,
Right.
Carson Palmer's dope. Yeah, they like to bring their own guys and shit. But when I heard they traded for Geno, my initial reaction was, "What the fuck? Hell fucking no! What the fuck?" I was fucking knocking shit off the table and shit. I fucking broke a glass, socked my dog. I was mad. I was pissed off.
Man, what the dog got to do with it?
Man, I punched my dog in the rib like, Nah, bullshit. But
we're gonna get back. Dog is gonna be mad at you in the chat watch.
Yeah, I know, bro.
I'm bullshit, y'all. But initially I fucking lost my mind because Geno Smith is one of those guys that I've been can't wait till we get to the Ellis thing. But Geno Smith is one of my guys that I've been watching from a distance for years. I was a Geno Smith fan when he was at West Virginia. Him and Tavon Austin, I was like, they was doing shit. But since he's been in the NFL, he's been a lot like Dak Prescott. Nowhere near the production, but I'm talking about in between the ears. Just a bunch of dumbass decisions, never really was getting it. And then that's why he ended up a backup for 10 years. He's been a 10-year backup. Let's be honest, been a 10-year backup. In 2022, he came out of nowhere when he beat out Drew Lock. All right? He beat out Drew Lock. I can beat out Drew Lock right now. I can barely fucking move. He beat out Drew Lock. And he gave us a season in Seattle that it blew my mind. 30 touchdowns, 10 picks. I said, what the fuck has gotten to Geno Smith?
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Of course, he turned into Geno Smith again when we played in Seattle, and Josh Jacobs won in overtime. He was Geno Smith that we all knew. He wasn't the new and improved Geno. He was the old Geno in Seattle in that game. But he dominated in 2022, 2023, came back to earth. 2024 came back to earth as well. Now, since then, I had to dig a little deeper because Steve Weitz from NFL Network.
Yeah,
I had commented on something, and he was telling me like, hey, he still put up numbers with a terrible offensive line. And I said, okay, that's what we doing. I said, all right, you put up numbers. I said, but if you got a terrible offensive line, I'd rather you take more sacks than throw 15 picks. I'd rather you just be more careful with the ball. So what I had to do was dig deeper into the game within the game. And Geno surprised me actually under pressure last year. He I said it yesterday. He was like 56% under pressure, and that was number 6 in the NFL last year.
Yeah,
surprised me. I was like, really? And then I looked at his big time throws last year, and it was actually number 3 last year. And I said, okay. Then I compared that to the trash we got right now, and I said, you know what? Let me, you know what I mean? It took about a week, took 2 weeks. I said, let me fucking look at this shit from a different standpoint, because every time we bring in a free agent or make any kind of move, I compare us to the league, right? That's what you do. You compare our moves to the rest of the league's moves. But this time around, I took a little different angle because I couldn't stop being pissed off, right? So I said, you know what? Let me compare that just to our team. And it said, okay, if we compare it to what we were last year and how we competed in games we had no fucking business being in. Everyone hated Antonio Pierce for whatever reason, but he had us in games we had no reason being in with Gardner Minshew. We weren't supposed to be in those games. So I figure, okay, you put Geno back there, we at least win 3-4 more of those games, probably more than that, right? Because we look at how long the defense was on the field all season, and we was down to third string guys all season. When we look at it that way, it puts more of a positive spin on it. But end of the day, he's a 10-year backup, 3-year starter, 1 year Pro Bowl. The other year he got a Pro Bowl was a fucking charity Pro Bowl. He didn't earn that one. And then last year, 21 TDs, 15 interceptions, nothing to write home to mom about. But I give him a little bit more leeway due to that offensive line being bottom. They said he was facing pressure on 39% of his dropbacks.
Yeah.
Which is a lot, you feel me? And then another thing I looked into was the running game and the play action. Last year, Seattle, Geno Smith was second to last in play action usage, right? And then I looked at what he did in 2022, his best year. He had threw 8 touchdowns off of play action. He did 150 plays in play action, and he was 70% in play action. So I said, why the fuck did they go away from play action last year, right? Because I don't know if the running game was that bad or whatever, but they completely went away from everything that worked. And like my guy Raider Gabe said, he's 35.
Yeah.
But overall, if you're talking about, hey, Gino, come down, his $16 million bonus just hit over the weekend, right? I say, all right, he's making about $31 million right now. I'd have him play this season on a prove it deal, on the show me what you can do deal with this team, instead of extending them to a 3-year contract, giving them $45 million a year, when we already know the odds aren't in our favor when you look at his career in the totality, you know. But that's pretty much where I'm at with it. I'm content with it now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not punching the air like Trey did on Boys in the Hood no more. So, you know,
no punching dogs.
I ain't uppercutting my dog. I was just bullshitting. But, you know, overall, you know, it is what the fuck it is, man. But we need to get a quarterback in the draft if we can, because I'm telling Raider Nation right now, they're saying, we don't need Shedeur Sanders. We got Geno Smith. I said, bro, listen to me. If this shit works at all, right? If it works in the slightest bit and we get the 8 wins, we get the 9 wins, we get the 7 wins, you know where that puts us in the draft? Way out away from Archie Manning, way out the way of any other guy. So to me, if we're gonna get a quarterback, it has to be this draft, because if it's gonna work, we plan on it working, right? We plan on it working. So you think next year you're gonna be number 6 in the draft?
Hope not.
I don't want to be.
Exactly. You won't have no shot at any real QB if this works. Now, if it don't work and we're in the top 10, top 5, everyone's gonna be fucking shitting on Pete Carroll and saying fuck John Spytek. And this is just the reality of the situation.
So, I mean, look, I've been mulling it over. Yeah, we need a running back, but you can get running back later in the draft. There's really nobody that we can pick up besides, you know, fucking Chubb. And I'm just fucking leaning towards if he's there, I'll take him in a fucking second. I'll take Shedeur Sanders, bro. Just for the simple fact is that there's 2 things. So look at, listen to what I'm saying. I am not saying he's Patrick Mahomes. But when they came in and had a veteran starting quarterback in fucking Smith, you know what I mean? They redshirted fucking Mahomes.
Yes, sir.
Get your ass down, chill out, understand what it is, you know what I mean? And even though he was picked a little bit further down the line, you know, instead of like at 6, whatever, I don't mind him in the building with Brady, him in the building with a Geno Smith. Geno Smith was picked high too, you know what I mean? Oh, he's picked 29th, 23rd. No.
It was the end of the first round?
End of the first round, right. But and a lot of people had a stigma about Geno Brown. I watched the Pivot podcast, and what he was talking about when he had that breakout season, you know what I mean? He talked about that he didn't have nobody above him showing him the ropes at fucking the Jets. He just went out there fucking blind. Nobody there, no veteran presence and stuff like that. You got coaches like Pete Carroll that knows how to get the best out of quarterbacks, out of a 3rd round quarterback, and make him a Pro Bowler. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you see this like kind of almost developing. And even though we're talking shit, that look, shout out All Eyes, he said that Geno Smith and fucking Shedeur Sanders, that picture looked like they were about to look like the new version of Casey and JoJo. That's fucked up. It was funny though. But bringing them in is probably like the best fucking move. And I think a lot of people are going to be upset because the simple fact is a lot of people are shitting on Sanders because of whatever reasons, but they're very, very similar. Shit offensive line, can make some good plays. Shedeur's not a running quarterback, neither is Geno. Geno will run if he has to, but Shedeur, he stays behind the fucking line of scrimmage and tries to make a play. You know what I mean? The only thing is, though, like Geno Smith has his bad problem where he doesn't throw the ball away and he tries to force shit. So does Shedeur Sanders. So those are 2 things that both of them can learn as they're moving forward. And even Brady said, and if you look at every quarterback that needs to sit for a while, this motherfucker sat for a long time. He sat for a long ass time. You know what I mean? He sat behind a lot of he was in a lot of disorganized organizations. Shedeur's biggest issue, he has 7 to 7 habits. You can't coach that out of.
He has what?
7 on 7 habits. You can't coach that out.
Well, let me comment on that. 7-on-7 has made the best players in the NFL right now. Every great receiver you see, 7-on-7. That's what it is. That's how it. Trust me, my fucking stepson's doing all the 5-on-5s, and all my boys whose kids are skilled players, they're doing 7-on-7s at Mission Viejo, Mater Dei, Bosco, the top schools in the fucking country.
That's the now football 7-on-7.
Yes, sir.
Never used to be that way.
Yeah, it's a totally different game now. Now, if I can chime in on the Shedeur Sanders thing real quick.
Go ahead, bud.
I get a lot of fucking flack from people who shit on Shedeur Sanders because we got to deal with his daddy. What are you fucking talking about? What are you talking about? Like, they talk about everything but football. And when you say, and when I in my comp, the comparison that Shedeur has in the NFL is Joe Burrow. I want you to watch what Joe Burrow does under pressure. He slides in the pocket. He's always looking to throw. He's never looking to run. He's looking to throw. And they say, well, Shedeur runs backwards. Look at Joe Burrow, and you'll see him do the same fucking thing sometimes. And he's been in the NFL a few years now. Now, they say, oh, Shedeur might force a ball. Not really. His turnovers are pretty low. I know last year he threw for over 4,000 yards. This is off the head because I done looked it up so many times. He threw for over 4,000 yards. He had over 30 touchdowns. He had 10 interceptions with the worst offensive line in college football. He got hit every single throw. I seen him take hits, man, and his guys help him up, and he jumps right up every single fucking time, man. And every time he's making a throw to Hunter, I mean, these are fucking anticipation throws. There's no one in the draft who anticipates better than Shedeur. There's no one in the draft who's more accurate than Shedeur and who throws guys open better than Shedeur. The tape is it doesn't lie, right? And the tape doesn't lie when it comes to that. But to have the worst line, and not to mention he threw for almost 70%. So this is why I compare him to Joe Burrow too. You remember that year they went to the Super Bowl? Joe Burrow had the worst offensive line in the fucking NFL. He threw for almost 70%. I mean, it was way worse then. He threw for almost 70%. He threw for 4,000 yards. He threw for like fucking 30-something touchdowns. And I look at Shedeur, it's the same type of situation. I'm not saying he's gonna come in there and do it day one because neither did Joe. But you can see the progression. And he got his guy Jamar Chase the next year, and it was on and cracking, right? So when I look at Shedeur, that's who I compare him to. And then when I look at Cam Ward, and who I do like, and when I look at Jackson Dart, who I kind of like, I just want y'all to go, don't even look at the film. We don't even have to dissect it. Just look at what they call the highlights, their best plays. You're going to see them motherfuckers standing back there all day making sandwiches. They both had way better offensive linemen. They both had a way better running game. Remember, Shedeur had no line and no running game, and still only threw for 10 picks and over 30 touchdowns and 70%. What the fuck are we talking about? You know what I mean? If you keep it about football, it's nothing to argue about. That's why even Mel Kiper says, no matter what, I still got Shedeur number one, even as of last year, because he went through the same thing last year. He got sacked over 55 times last season. That's crazy. And he still threw like 3 picks. He threw 3 picks last season with getting sacked 55 times. And I compared that to Carson Beck last year. In 2023, Carson Beck, he got sacked 12 times, my guy.
Is that the NFL? He still got sacked most this year too. This year he got sacked the most.
Is that NFL? That's not reality. That's not reality. Yeah. They're playing with no pressure. Cam Ward, he's playing with no pressure. Jackson Dart, he's playing with zero pressure, man. And they're not throwing these dimes. Like Ward, he throws some dimes sometimes. But people are getting caught up with the big arm. You know who else had a big arm? Everyone want to call Shedeur Sanders. He could be you know his fucking name, Jamarcus Russell. Bro, you know why Jamarcus Russell was a bust and why everybody fell in love with him? Because he had a big arm. Shedeur he compares more to the Mannings, more to the Bradys, more to the Burrows because he's accurate. He has great touch on his ball and he anticipates. That's what you want in a quarterback. And if we pass on Shedeur Sanders, Raider Nation, I had the same conversation with y'all last year, Raider Nation, about Jalen Carter. Do we want another situation like that? Nope. If we pass on him, it's gonna be our worst fucking nightmare, and then we're gonna get shit on forever.
Okay. The only good thing that came out of Jalen Carter was that we found out that some motherfucker was a little bitch. But anyways,
what we found out about not getting Jalen Carter. What we found out about not getting Jalen Carter is 3 years of bullshit for what we did pick.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
that's
what we got.
Bullshit, bro. Bullshit.
Go ahead.
But okay, all that. If he's there at 6, I believe if he's there at 6, but I don't think he is. But I think he's gone in 3. He's gone in 3.
Sure. I agree with you, and I feel like unless Spytech wants to take the chance of everyone really, because right now they already calling him Coupon John. If he really wants to take the chance of being a fucking terrible fucking GM, he's gonna sit there and stand there while guys like fucking Pittsburgh or some shit trades up and go get Shador and has a fucking Hall of Fame career with Mike Tomlin. You gotta go and get the guy. You feel me? Like, we're at 6. It's not going to cost that much to go down to 2. Just go and do it because it's solidified. And the guys who are saying, Ashton Genty. I love Ashton Genty. I love him. My boy's son plays right behind Ashton Genty. Dylan Riley. I need to go check him out. He's gonna be that fucking guy this year. He was only a freshman last year, but that's why I seen Ashton.
At Boise?
Yeah, Boise. Now, if you have Genty there at 6 and you have Shador at 6, and you go Genty, we'll be the laughing stocks of the NFL once again.
What if Shador's not there? You don't think we should pick a running back that high either?
It's tough, man, because I think Genty is generational. I think, but you know how running, it's about being healthy. But I'm not even gonna do that because I love Jacobs, I love Saquon, so I'm not even gonna. I can't go there. I can't go there like that. But neither one of those guys were top 6 picks. But I do think that Ashton is generational, and he can really fucking be a home run hitter. But you already know in the NFL, you're not running away from as many guys. But I don't know, man. It's tough for me at 6. If we can get him at 11 or 12 or 13, I wouldn't even be mad. But at 6, I'm a little nervous.
But you know what it is, man. If you recall, like the last couple, there's been like maybe within the last 6 years. If you get a running back that's being said to be number 1, being said to be a number 1 pick. You got Gibbs, you got Bijan, you got Josh Jacobs, you got Saquon, you got a bunch of guys in the first round. Where did we get this notion? Those are players that make shit happen. You know what I mean? They make their teams way, way better running the football. Then why do the Raiders why do we always say we could get this guy in the 3rd round? We could get this. You can. But if there's a guy that everybody is saying, just like Gibbs, just like Bijan, just like all these guys said that they're going to change their team. Why don't we go after this guy and do that? People are saying he's a generational talent. If he's there at 6, the Raiders just pick him and finally get that running back that we've been wanting for years.
Yeah. Well, my only concern about that is they still don't believe me. When I said Jacobs, these running backs matter. I was saying that last year. I've debunked the fucking running backs don't matter shit, and I tagged Josh Jacobs in, and he liked it because I've been riding with Jacobs. It's like every team. Look at the Super Bowl. Look at the Super Bowl. It wasn't about Saquon, but they had to make sure he didn't beat him, right? Like having the threat.
He changed the game, bro. He changed the game.
And he took him there, man. He put Philly on his back and he took him there. So my value in running backs are way higher than what people used to have. That's what I'm saying. Like, you need a running back who's a real running back.
The most effective play for me is gonna always be the play action. And how do you set that up? Is by a fucking running game.
A real running game. You can do a play action when you averaging 2.2 a carry. Guess what? Linebackers don't take a fucking step.
They ain't gonna listen to that shit.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. Yeah, they don't give a fuck about that, But and also it doesn't work if your quarterback is trash. Like, we've seen that. That's why Jacobs had such a bad season his last season, because it's 8 in the box. No one cares about play action. No, they're all saying we're gonna play Devontae 1-on-1. You can't make the throw. We're gonna play Tucker 1-on-1. You can't make the throw. So running backs matter, but nothing still matters more in the quarterback league than a quarterback.
Correct. One thing I want to go right here. It says Jason Downs. He put this back a little bit, man. We appreciate everybody that's putting the comments, man. I'll highlight them and we'll just try to answer them as much as we can. He's saying right here, it says 7-7 benefits will play development on 7-7 is different with fast 11 and blitz packages zone to man. He goes, decision making will be the difference. That's why you have somebody like Geno that plays very similar to him, and then you have Shedeur that could sit back, learn some game from Brady, understand what the packages are, learn it, because Geno's going to be starting this year and he's going to be moving the needle. So if you sit him back for a year, and if we Geno's in for like 2 years and a third-year option, that's perfect, because that third year would be perfect time for him to roll in. He'll get used to the fucking everything, and the shit, you never know, he might even push fucking Geno out. I highly doubt that, and I highly doubt that that's what the Raiders should do if we want to make this fucking change. But even though there is that, right, you can learn. It's a learning league. It's a different league. It's a different speed. You have to learn different things because it's a totally different level. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't be just thrown into the fucking fire. And I don't think our head coach, Pete, is going to sit there and just throw him into the fire. You know what I mean? Unless he thinks he's completely ready. And at this point, if he's there, you take him. There's no fucking question about it. No question.
Absolutely. And then when you look at the quarterbacks, like right now, they love to make up these fucking lies. Right now, they want to try to tell y'all. They want to try to tell us that Shedeur wouldn't even have been in the top 5 picks. Shut the fuck up. He's better than Bo Nix. He's better than Drake May right now. Right fucking now. What did Drake May do that was so fucking? Get the fuck out of here. And this is another thing that puts Shedeur over a Bo Nix, over a Drake May, over a Cam Ward, over a Jackson Dart. He's been playing in the NFL style system with an NFL coordinator his whole college career.
Right.
Fucking Schumer. That's a real NFL coordinator. He's running a pro style offense. What the fuck do we want from someone? And what else do we fucking want? I don't understand what people want. Like, and I said the same shit, bro. Y'all know it, man. I said the same shit about Jaden Daniels last year. It's like Raider Nation, y'all.
All of us did. All of us did.
Oh my God. But you should have seen the pushback I was getting on other people. They was like, I believe in this, and the rookies won. I'm like, bruh, and look how bad Washington was. Yes. They were bad. Number 2 pick.
Linebacker and cornerback.
He's right there, my guy. He's right there. And the best thing about Shedeur that I think is undervalued, that people don't pay attention to, let's look at Jackson Dart right now. He's able to go to college, stay under the radar. He's doing all this swag shit with his friends and having fun, but nobody cares. Cam Ward is doing all this swag shit, having fun with his friends, and nobody cares. Shedeur Sanders have fun. They all over every move he makes. They hate his daddy. They talking shit. So imagine being Shedeur Sanders, bro. You've been hated on since the day you came out the womb. To the people, you had to earn everything.
I'm telling you.
That matters to me, guy. You can handle the pressure of the league. You can handle being under pressure literally in the NFL. They already showed he's already taken big hits and being fell on and all these things and gotten back up. Jackson Dart hasn't taken any of these type of situations, and neither has fucking Cam Ward. So they get to live in peace. Like right now, no one there. Just like Cam Ward is just rising and rising and rising because nobody cares what he does. Meanwhile, Shedeur fucking fart and cough, and he's on there and they talking big shit. It's you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, give me the guy who's excelled under pressure in life. In life, he's been under pressure and excelled. Give me the guy that's excelled in football under pressure. Bro, how much pressure was on that Colorado program from day one? From day one.
They had to win. They had to win. Yeah, they wouldn't have won. Everybody wanted them to be unsuccessful. They wanted Deion to fall.
Exactly. And not just they didn't just want Deion to fail. They wanted Shedeur to fail. Yeah. So even though they only won like 5 games that first season, I'm telling you, he threw over 30 tugs and like 4 interceptions, bro, with a makeshift thrown together team that got put together that year. That team before that was 1-11 or 1-11. So they went from 1-11, threw a whole team together in one season. This motherfucker got killed every down, sacked over 55 times, never flinched, never blamed the fucking offensive lineman, never pointed a finger, never complained about shit. What the fuck are we talking about? And people love Tom Brady. He trained with Tom Brady. What the fuck else do y'all want? The fuck? I can't.
I think Geno's. What do you think about this, man? I think Geno's contract. Are we signed Geno for 3-4 years? I don't know. I really can't see that. I really can't see him being there at 6, bro.
I'm gonna be mad.
Let's pick him.
And that's why GM got to do his job. Just like everyone's saying, everyone keeps saying we can't do anything without an offensive line. It's like, okay, what you think the GM's job is to do? It's to build the fucking team in the offseason. I don't know if you guys seen Cam Newton talking the other day about he said there's no fucking such thing as a rebuild. You rebuild your team in the offseason. No franchise says we're rebuilding. The fuck? It's a win now league. And Pete Carroll did not come here to win 5 games and be 1 game better than last year. So y'all need to stop that shit.
Bro. Exactly.
No, he's here to win right now.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And that's why I went off on free agency and on some other things.
Oh, we changed Geo Max. Geo Max changed his mind. Okay, he changed my mind. That quick.
Hey, I fuck with you, man. You listen to logic. I fuck with people that listen to logic, man, and don't just stand. Don't just stand on their own.
We need to get Maine. We need to get Maine in here just to say that. We've been saying that for the last fucking 2 months. And I don't know. I'm not gonna bitch about it, but that was my opinion too. It's exactly like yours. That's why I didn't interrupt you, Maine. But I knew you were gonna come with that. But free agency. What we lost and what we got. I'm sorry, Lo. I felt like
fine. I was gonna
I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle, so I feel like a moderator right here between both of y'all. So I like Maine. My view with this lateral movement, I'm not hip to, and the players, they're good football players. It's just I just wanted better. I wanted better in free agency. I thought we were gonna do that, but what's your thoughts on that, man? On us losing guys and then replacing. Leave out Geno and Adam Butler.
That was right. I mean,
free agency. Yeah, the free agents that we inherited. Yeah.
I'm gonna say like this. We got to go off of the original message, right? Like right now, fans when they get disappointed, they want to move the goalposts. No, fuck that. The goalpost is in the same place. We're going off of the original message, right? The original message was Raiders have the second most cap space. We're here to win now, not wait forever to win. So when free agency hits, we're looking at these top free agents like, okay, we just signed Max Crosby. We're definitely going to get him a running mate. We're definitely going to do something to say, hey, Max, we're all in. We're serious. And when you look at day one of free agency specifically day one.
Will Johnson.
I fucking lost my mind. I lost my fucking mind. You have this much money. And people say, you don't build a team in free agency. I'm not saying you sign every fucking position, but you tell me you can't sign one?
Yeah.
You telling me you can't go. I mean, right now, Hassan Reddick just signed for $14 million. We can't do that.
We could have. I mean,
come on, man. And then right now, Raider Nation, man. Raider Nation, they've been loving Spillane. I love Rob Spillane. I love him. The moment he goes and gets what he deserves, which is not even top 5 bread, he got overpaid. What? He led the fucking team in tackles. He had a pick. He had a fumble in both seasons.
Yeah, picks.
Exactly, picks. He's the leader of the linebacking crew. The front 7. I said, y'all want to fucking give up 140 yards on the ground again? Is that what y'all want to fucking do for $33 million because you don't want to pay him $11 million a year? What the fuck are we talking about, Raider Nation? Let's be real here. And shout out to fucking Robert Spillane. I don't know if y'all seen that video, man.
Oh yeah, I did.
Shout out to Robert Spillane. He hit me up with the Raider motherfucking Nation. Yeah. I was like, man, you a fucking trill one, man. Because he did. That shit was hard.
Cool. That's hella cool right there.
And I've been telling him though. I've been telling Raider Nation, we need to sign him since last season. Since the end of last season, I've been saying extend him.
Give him a shot, man.
You have to. You cannot let him hit free agency. You cannot. I've been saying it all season. And what happened? He hit because the teams aren't blind, man. The teams aren't blind. He fit in a lot of teams. He fit into the Cowboys too. He fit in a lot of teams because he's a real middle linebacker. Mm-hmm. So for people to be acting like he didn't deserve the little bread he got didn't make any fucking sense to me. And then you bring in what's his name? The linebacker from Pittsburgh?
Roberts.
Landon Roberts, right? Now, people say his numbers are better. You're a fucking lie. We can just compare last year's numbers. They're not even better than Robert Spillane's. He's not a better player.
They had him rated higher than Robert Spillane, but he only had like 400 snaps. I think it was under 400 snaps, total snaps. And Robert Spillane had fucking like 1,000 plus.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And when it comes to production, he didn't produce nowhere near like Spillane did.
Nope.
Spillane was right there. He led the team in tackles, all this shit, right? And I'm just like, how And people are like, well, we got a better player for this. We did not get a better player. If he was a better player, he would have got the same offer sheet that fucking Spillane got. You're in Pittsburgh.
So
if you're a guy, they're gonna sign you.
Check this out. Robert Spillane had like 157 tackles, 58 tackles roughly, right? Last year. This fucking guy played all 17 games, totaling 46 tackles.
Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
He only plays on running downs, bro. He was only playing when they ran the football.
Yeah, and this guy's an every down linebacker. Like, man, Raider Nation, we can't just fucking shit on guys.
I know Ellis gets in there, but he's a good special team guy too. So.
Hey, I'm gonna get there too. Trust me, I'm gonna get to Ellis. I'm gonna get to Ellis too. But when I looked at that, I'm like, this is some bullshit, right? This is bullshit. But before free agency actually hit, the first signing was what? Who was our first guy we brought in? Alex Kappa. Alex Kappa. What's happened with Alex Kappa? Good player, off injury. Okay.
He's not here.
Free agency starts. What happens? We bring in Stokes. Cool player, off injury. Never really lived up to his potential. Okay, what do? We bring in fucking Mostert. Good player, off injury. All 1-year deals. What the fuck are we doing when you saying you're gonna build a team to win now?
That's not building,
how does a 1-year team? How does a 1-year deal make you better right now? When you have Tevin Jenkins, offensive lineman from Chicago, he had his best season last year. He might have got signed now, but
he been available. Picked up? He was on there yesterday.
See, look, Becton. I've been saying get Becton. He's fucking 25 years old. And he goes to the fucking Los Angeles, San Diego Clipper Chargers. What are we fucking doing, man? What are we fucking doing? Let's be fucking honest here. And then we bring in, I think the best signing was Jeremy Chin. And only because he's faster than Merrick, and he can hit harder than Merrick, but Merrick is a better open field tackler. I've seen Chin get hit with the wiggle waggle, and I'm over here and the running back's over there.
Gravy was talking that shit. Gravy was talking that shit.
You know what I'm talking about. But if you're gonna use him the way that they used him last year, the way they used Merrick, I think Chin has a fucking Pro Bowl possible, not a Pro Bowl season, but a Pro Bowl type of season next year. Because if you're gonna move him like around, have him at single high, now he's in the box, now he's over here, now he's blitzing. That's what made Merrick so good last year for the first time in his whole career, is they put him in different positions. But let's talk about Ellis real quick.
Hey, hold on.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's getting twisted because it says Raider game above you. They think you're
the fuck?
It's the boy Sportsman, man. Sorry about that. Look at the title of the Sportsman. My bad.
Vince gotta get that right, Lo. You gotta get that right.
Hey, Raider game look different too.
Yeah.
Well, look, man. Just to talk about what you just said is that I feel the same way as you, but Chin as a good tackler, good run stuffer. That's why a lot of shows that I watch a lot of shows. Got a lot of friends in the Raider content creator industry, but what I did with Chin is that we're trying to say, hey, this guy replaces this guy, Stokes replaces Hobbs. I don't think so. I think Chin is. I think Chin's gonna be more of a Hobbs in the box type slot guy, and then we got Palomar. I don't know where to put Chin though. The thing is that he doesn't cover well as far as I'm concerned, as far as I say. But Morg was a better coverage guy and an open field tackler. This guy tackles and hits, but he can stop the run. Like, we got better at stopping the run, which we sucked at. But I think we're more of a liability in the middle of the field now. If he can roam, I need to see him roam as a Raider. We can roam and get that middle second, and our linebackers too. If they can both do that, then I'll be cool with it. I'll be happy with it. But it seems like it's still got a problem with that.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I think what they're gonna have to do, because I like Polomal. I don't know if he's gonna be the number one safety, but if let's say that Polomal is the safety, he's got to play strong safety, and you got to let Chin just roam around and fly around and hit and be in the box and do anything. He's got to
do the blitzing and all that. He can do the blitzing and all that.
But this is the only bad thing about that. Fucking Polomal was the fucking box safety, and Morg was that. So like now he's gonna have to convert. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even though he's playing that safety role, he was the one that was in the box. He was the one that was fucking coming up and hitting. Morg wasn't hitting like fucking Palomar. That's why he came from fucking the undrafted to where he's at now. So having the same kind of guys similar, I think they're going to be interchangeable. You know what I'm saying? So there might be some fucking way that we end up picking up another safety somehow, but I don't know who. There's a couple on the market, but not too much.
Yeah, see, it's guys on the market, but you might as well face it. We're not getting them, man. Just like Asante Samuel Jr., he's on there. We're not getting them. We're not gonna get anyone who's a guy. And I'm looking at the guys we brought in free agency right now. These guys are fucking training camp cut guys. We could have got these motherfuckers after the training camp cut. Why would you use this in free agency? That's what I didn't understand. None of these guys are impact guys. The closest guy you have to an impact guy is Chin, and that depends on how you use them, right? Right. And that's why, but I want to bring up this Ellis real quick before we.
Hold on, let me bring in Gabe real quick. Without further ado, I know Gabe's gonna agree with you on a lot of this shit, and you know what I mean. And this is a good topic, so man, without further ado, the homie, the real Raider Gabe. Raider Gabe, what up, Dad?
What's cracking?
My guy,
what's cracking?
Hey, bro. Shit, what's up? There we go.
Go ahead on Ellis, bro. What about Ellis? What you gotta say about Ellis?
Okay. My thing about Ellis, check this out about Ellis. I seen him last year, but I didn't know his whole career, right? But like I like to look at the game within the game, the numbers within the numbers, right? So last season he got thrusted into the starting lineup due to injury, and all he did was get over 80 tackles. He had a sack and a half. He had like a pick, a fumble. He had a pretty good fucking season for a guy who they did not plan to start, right? So I'm like, okay, this motherfucker 25, 26, got some upside right here. Let's see what we can do. So I dig into it. Oh, okay, he's a restricted free agent, which means the Patriots have a chance to match his salary, right? So I look at the tender. The tender is $3.26 million or some bullshit like that, right? So I'm like, okay, we just got to offer him something that they don't want to match. That don't mean you got to give him 10 mil, but you give him something they don't want to match. Do you see what the fucking tender we offered?
3.3.
Bro, we offered fucking 300,000 more. That's easy to match that. What are we fucking doing? You're not serious about what the fuck you're doing. Offer 4. Offer 4 million. You just let Chason go to New England for 5 million. What are we fucking doing? They say we want guys who want to be Raiders and prove that they can play on a 1-year contract. Chason just did that. We let him go for 5 million. Spillane just did that. We let him go for 11 million a year, which is a good price for a fucking starting every down linebacker. What the fuck are we talking about here? So now the chances of us actually holding on to Ellis is pretty fucking shaky, because you did. That's like me. You fucking said, hey Gabe, I'm gonna give you fucking $20, man. This is all I'm gonna give you. If you can go get fucking a little bit more money, man, we'll match that shit. Maybe we'll see. Well, depend. We don't really fucking know. And you come back like, I got $22 offer.
And remember, and we gotta remember too, like he lives in New England. He's already been in New England. Like, does he really like? I'm pretty sure he would want to stay if they can match that offer. You know what I mean? It's like,
right.
You know what I mean? It's like,
but it's also a business, right? You want to stay in New England. New England won a few games last year. They ain't fucking dominate. So if I'm gonna get the same pay, I'm gonna go to Vegas with no state taxes and Pete Carroll and a way better fucking team. Offense, I should say. It's a lot more positives in Vegas than it is in New England. Except for right now, this offseason, New England is kicking. They doing their fucking thing.
Yeah,
they doing their thing.
They're just buying everything,
bruh.
I just don't understand. Like, they didn't make any extra moves to make extra money. I know they had 120 to start off the free agency and shit like that. But we had around 90 something, right? Like 95. We just opened an extra
almost
15. We added an extra 15 today. Like, what? Like, I just don't understand. Like, I understand people telling me that I'm not being patient, like that. Like, what's the rush and all this shit? But like, why the hell those teams? Why do we still have so much money, though? Like what is it that, like, what are they waiting for? You know what I mean? For everybody to be gone so they could just be like, oh, you know what? We tried, but we couldn't get them at our price, which their price is looking bullshit right now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people are like, right now, the excuse for Raider fans is we want to get guys who want to be on the team. Motherfucker, it's a business. They want to go wherever the money's at. I've seen good players go to fucking Carolina. You think they winning? I've seen good players go to fucking worse teams. You think they're gonna fucking win? No, they want to go where the money is, and they got respect over there. And I got a video that I was looking at Gabe, that I had screenshot. I did a screen video of one of you guys' shows, and you guys was talking about Tom Brady. And because I just went the fuck off about nobody giving a fuck about Tom Brady if he ain't playing quarterback. And what you said, Gabe, just fucking, it was hilarious, and it's fucking Nostradamus shit, right? You say, look, I remember this shit verbatim. You say, look, we won't know the Tom Brady effect. It will probably pay dividends in free agency. Bro, what the fuck just happened in free agency? No one gives up. This fucking Tom Brady shit is bullshit, bro. And he's a fucking rookie, bro. He's a fucking rookie, just like fucking John Spytek. Him and Spytek are rookies. They like he helped Tampa Bay. I don't give a fuck if you gave people a fucking dollar and he went and made the purchase. We talking about the man in fucking charge. The man in charge was not Spytek. Spytek's a fucking rookie. Tom Brady, you're a rookie now, and no one fucking cares. Now, the only thing that we trust is Pete Carroll. He's the only one with a real resume over there. That's it.
Yeah, I don't understand. Even if these guys do ball out, right? Like, we're back in the same position next year.
Same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let them hit free agency. Same thing. And guess what? When you let them hit free agency, they have what? Options, motherfucker.
They have leverage.
You're not gonna get all of that.
That's what I was saying.
But I'm telling you like this: Josh Jacobs, he wanted to stay a Raider. Fucking Robert Spillane, he wanted to stay a Raider. These are facts. These guys want to be fucking Raiders. Now Merrick, I wasn't tripping. That's now Merrick, see you in the streets. Nate Hobbs, see you in the streets. Fucking all of them other guys see you in the streets. Only guy that was worth keeping that we should have never let go was Robert Spillane. Everyone else can go. They weren't impact players. Spillane's been an impact player from day one over there, and that's why he fucked with me, because I did a video saying, man, Pittsburgh said, fuck you. We don't know who the fuck you are. And I said, and we got him. I said, I don't know who the fuck this is. And I said,
same thing.
And he got it out the fucking mud.
Yeah.
Him and Mag,
undrafted, that motherfucker built his house.
Exactly.
I think I seen a draft. I think I seen a thing today. Like, people want to bring up, like, you know what I mean, about, you know, Roberts and his, you know, his limited. I keep going back to limited snaps. I mean, it's limited snaps compared to what Spillane did. You know what I mean? And when you even look at the body of work Spillane has done with the Raiders, he's like literally top 5 in run defense in the last 2 years. You know what I mean? So it's like him and Max. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just I don't understand where the hate from Spillane came all of a sudden, where everybody seemed to be on the same page when we were talking about it before he left.
Right.
Everybody was like, yeah, we got to re-sign Spillane. But the minute he signed someone else, it's like, oh, you know what I mean? We didn't really need him. We didn't really need him. And
they did the same thing with Josh Jacobs. All of a sudden, Josh Jacobs is trash. All of a sudden, I'm like, man, you know what, man?
Nah.
Fuck y'all, man. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that, man. Because once
man, you guys are going to piss me off, man. You bringing up Jacobs, you're going to piss me off. Yeah,
don't bring it up.
Hey, man. I fuck with Jacobs, man. I fuck with Josh Jacobs.
Me too, bro. I still do.
He fuck with me too, man. I fuck with these
guys.
We messed up.
We messed up. We messed up right there, and we cannot deny it.
Josh,
we messed up a lot. We have messed up a lot in recent years. So, like, I mean,
facts.
That ain't. We've messed up.
I would have paid Spillane, man.
Look, the only thing I like about this is that what I kind of like brought it, kind of reeled it back in a little bit. Which, I mean, I hate to fucking like that. This is where we're at right now, currently. But I just kind of like, you know, already kind of already came to the fact that, like, it is, regardless of what people tell me, this is a rebuild to me. I don't care what people say, dog. Like, this is a rebuild to me. I like that they're rebuilding smart. I like that they're rebuilding smart with these fucking, you know, value deals or whatever. So, like, maybe open up. But I do not like.
I gotta stop you right there, Gabe. I gotta stop you right there, because they can't be value picks when every single guy is off injury. Alex Kappa off injury. Raheem Mostert off injury. Fucking my guy from Green Bay off injury. Not even starters.
Well, I know Stokes. That's one of the picks I like, because last year was the 1 year that he played 17 games. The 1 year that he actually didn't get hurt.
He played in them, but he only started like 3 games. He's not a starter. Like, we're thinking we're gonna get guys.
No, I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've been saying this all like since we picked these guys up. They're great value for what the money that they've got. That they came in for.
But what else are they gonna get? They're all
gotta remember. No, what I'm saying is we gotta remember what we're paying for too. Like, we can't just hope that I keep saying we got to get guys to complement these guys so these guys could actually even be, useful, so that value could actually come to fruition. But the one thing is like the what I was trying to get to is like, I like that they're being smart and trying to, build for the future and all this shit. That's why I'm saying I came to the realization that this is probably going to be the year where, Pete tries to get all the finances and all of that bullshit straight. But I just kind of came to the fact that, like, I don't think that they're maybe, I know Pete only has a certain amount of time, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's trying to probably win in the next year or something like that, because this offseason is not telling me that they're trying to win this year.
Exactly. And that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. We've seen what Washington did last year. It's not acceptable. You cannot come in here thinking Raider Nation is going to be okay with 6 wins. We're not going to be. We have weapons there. Our team was so bad last year because we came in with Pop Warner quarterbacks and everybody got hurt. Now, if you bring everybody back healthy, all you got to do is add a piece. You add a Hassan Reddick on the other side of fucking Max. You add a DeMarcus Lawrence. They got him for $30 million in Seattle. Like, what the fuck are we talking about when we had second most money? To me, and you're not building a team if you're bringing guys in on 1-year deals. You build a team by bringing guys in on 3-year deals. Like, none of this shit is making any sense at all. And I'm trying to take a step back before I fucking completely lose it.
I'm trying to make sense of it, though. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm trying to make sense of it. As in, like, I'm trying to make sense of it as in, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, yeah, bro, like, what they're showing to me is that they're trying to rebuild and they're trying to win down the line. They're not trying to win this year. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, that's not. I mean, I do love the fact that we got money left over and that we opened up money, but what the fuck for? You know what I mean? If there's no moves, I like that. And then another thing, like, that's why I keep going back and forth. Yeah, there's names out there, but if there's no urgency from, like, if we're not seeing no urgency, then, like, I don't see where, until we start making some, like, moves that actually move the needle, then I'll be like, okay, all right, they're out trying to make some moves, at least to do something this year. You know what I mean? But right now it's just more of a rebuild type shit, trying to get things in order to maybe build the right thought. I don't know what they're trying to do, to be honest.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, we can't even really figure, like, we can't even say it's a rebuild situation because they're not even rebuilding. You don't rebuild with 1-year contracts. Like, and you don't rebuild with,
for real,
I told them, everybody they brought in, I said, everyone they brought in, bro, were all training camp cut guys. That's not how you don't get these guys in free agency. You get these guys in training camp after the cuts. What the fuck? Like, it's literally no excuse for not getting one impact player. Keep Spillane, get one like say we kept Spillane, you bring in a DeMarcus Lawrence, you bring in a Hassan Reddick. Now you can get these guys, Stokes and all of them like that, and we're not tripping because we have impact players that's going along, and we know the training camp cuts, we can still get some guys because. This other shit doesn't make any sense, man. It makes no sense. That's why I said I don't trust Tech and I don't trust Tom Brady. Only motherfucker I trust in that building is fucking Pete Carroll. That's it.
Yeah. And one thing I don't get either, though, is like everybody says, everybody points to coaching, and I understand. I fucking big fan of Pete Carroll, dog. But the one thing I don't get is that, like, what did every single one of these players come from where they didn't know how to coach or something? Like, every single one of these players came from somewhere. The Steelers don't know how to coach.
Came from great coaches.
I mean, Green Bay doesn't know how to coach or something. It's like, I don't understand where, like, this narrative of, like, oh, Pete's going to coach them up. Like, what the fuck? What is that? What do you mean? Like, they're not coming from these fucking trash organizations where, Pete Carroll's like, and the one thing I will say, like, I hate to fucking even talk shit about Pete because I do think that he's going to get us back on the right track, but it's like he was fired too, remember, like, because he was starting to struggle. You know what I mean? So it's like, we can't just say, oh, he's our fucking savior. He's going to get everybody to play to their maximum potential, where they're coming from, some of these guys are coming from situations where they've probably had more stable, as of recent, stable fucking coaching fucking situations. You know what I mean? Green Bay and Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? So I don't understand this narrative of, like, oh, Pete's going to get the best out of him because he could coach the best. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean?
Better than Mike Tomlin. Better than Mike Tomlin.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit. And in reality, he got fired partially due to the Geno Smith project because he gave him that money in 22 when he earned the money. He earned it in 2022. but he immediately started to regress. Immediately. You know what I mean? So and then let's put this in perspective too. If AP would have traded for Geno Smith, we would have fucking shitted on that shit last year. It's more positive now because it's fucking Pete Carroll. You know what I mean? Like the optics is weird as fuck, man.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. So fucking pizza winner. I get it. I get pizza winner. I'm not even shitting on that thing. I'm just trying to prove is that like these guys are not coming from shitty situations. Does fucking Mike Tomlin not know how to coach? Is Mike Tomlin not a winner too?
Right.
He's one of the best coaches.
Yeah, these guys are simply expendable. They're not starters. Yeah, he used to be a first round pick, but he didn't live up to the talent. Hey, he used to be, but he didn't live up to the talent. Oh, he's always hurt. Like when I knew something was off, bro, I didn't want to lose my mind. But when I seen that Alex Cappa was the very worst guard in the NFL last year, tied for the worst guard, and he was off an injury, I'm like, why the fuck would you make that the very first person you signed? Like people was finna run to his door and go get him.
Hey, and he was released. And he was released.
I get that. Pete, okay, I do trust that fact. I trust that he's gonna get the guys that he drafts and develop them. But to tell me that the guys that we brought in from free agency, that those guys he's going to coach them up better than they've already been coached up, it's bullshit. Like that's just that you're just I don't know what you guys are reaching right there, reaching for a guy that like I've been saying, it's hope. These moves have been based on a lot of fucking hope. Hope that these guys could be what they once were. Like Roberts once was good. Be what they once were or what they've never been.
Man, I fucking swear. You said that, bruh. I said that was damn near what I said word for word about fucking Jimmy Garoppolo. I said, y'all expect this motherfucker to be what he's never been, or I'm tired of hoping. How about we get a guy? That's what free agency is for, man. It's your one opportunity every year to get proven premier guys. People act like they're 34. These motherfuckers was 25, 26, 24. No excuse not to bring in a fucking Becton. No excuse not to bring in a fucking Tevin Jenkins. These guards, because look at our offensive line. It's young and it's coming along. You bring in we could have got Becton and Tevin Jenkins.
Yeah. People are like Alex Cappa. Alex Cappa was the worst rated guard in the whole NFL last year. The whole
fucking league, man. And they say, well, he played with injury. I don't give a fuck. If you out there, you got to perform. We know that.
Hey, wait a minute. He played with Tom Brady, though, bro.
Tom Brady. Tom Brady effect.
Yeah,
Tom Brady brings a fucking release.
They love that shit.
I love Pete Carroll as a coach, man. You guys are not going to tell me that he's not a good coach or anything like that. But you guys, like, and I agree that he's probably going to get our guys, good foundations, get good guys that want to come play here, good character guys from the draft. Good character guys from the draft, but you're not going to tell me that he's going to.
That's what we're going wrong.
We're getting what we're paying for. We're going to get what we paid for with these guys that we get from free agency.
Yeah, and fuck a good character. This ain't the fucking Patriots. It's the fucking Raiders. I want somebody who got in a fight last week. I want somebody who don't give a fuck. Why are we trying to bring in? That's why we didn't get Jalen Carter, man. Because his friend got in an accident. What the fuck? So he got bad character because his friend got in an accident and killed somebody. This motherfucker didn't even do shit. And he's a bad character. I don't give a fuck about this shit. What are we talking about?
Yeah, Raiders is built on bad character. I said that. I said he was a liability.
Man, that's fuck that.
Man,
but you gotta understand when
I need my words.
Bruh, he was the best player in the draft. And I was so fucking upset that we fucking listened to Josh McPuzzles. Anything he's ever done has been a bad sign. And even to this day, we all know our offense has been in trouble all because of the one reason. People hate to say his name. But we already know that wasn't the main issue. We was having problems. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, we gotta stop fucking deflecting shit and look at shit straight down the fucking barrel, man. Because if we're gonna keep on trying to make the best out of shit, guess what's gonna happen every November, December? We're gonna be mad. We're gonna be pissed off. That's why I wasn't even mad last year because I expected
to get number one next year.
Exactly, bro. That's why I wasn't even mad. I wasn't even mad this season. I'm like, I expected this shit. What the fuck? I know who the fuck Aiden O'Connell is. I know who the fuck Gardner Minshew is. He's gonna fucking Gardner Minshew, and y'all expect this rookie coach to win with this shit? What kind of setup is this? After they fucking lied to us, they lied to us. Same way they just lied to us right now. They sold us so much moves we're gonna make. We're gonna make this team viable right now. You ain't fucking do that. You ain't fucking do that.
Shout out Night Owl, yeah. That's how we draw lastly. Like,
I think
man, we got beep right there with.
Supposedly we had like 40 million with this, and then this move today gets up to 55, right? Let's make that shit fucking count, dude. Like come on, man. There's still some names out there. There's still Asante Samuel. We need help at corner. There's still fucking Tyler Lockett. We need help at wide receiver. There's still Diggs. We need help at wide receiver. You know what I mean? There's still fucking guys out there, bro. Come on.
My question is,
visiting the Patriots right now. Diggs is in New England right now, visiting with them.
Oh, fuck.
You think they're gonna let him get out of there?
Hell no. They know what they doing over there. They know they going for it. They going for it, man. They fucking going for it, man. That's what they doing in New England. New England going for it. Seattle is going for it.
That's what I see.
Do we play the Patriots this year?
I hope not.
I hope so, bro. I don't think so, but still.
Man, I don't want to play the Patriots unless we're gonna be in Vegas and I get to catch a fade with Josh McDaniels, because that motherfucker, he owed me 3 rounds in the octagon.
Bro,
there's just too many things out there right now. Like I hope like that this money actually gets them, you know, like because sometimes, I mean, I didn't see anything moving. You know what I mean? It's at least got me a little bit hopeful, because what the fuck are they opening up money for? You know what I mean? They already had money for the draft picks that they're gonna get, like I guess, right? But they have to allocate a certain amount of money. They already had that, you know, kind of covered. So this 15 million has to do something. But I'm just waiting, man. Like, and I'm just tired of sitting on my fucking hands.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. And Asante Samuel, I said the same thing. You need to grab him.
So we played Jags, Tennessee.
That's an actual upgrade. If you get Asante Samuel, he's in the slot. That's an actual upgrade. He's better than Nate Hobbs, and he's healthier than Nate Hobbs.
Hey, yo, we are playing the Patriots this year.
Ah, shit.
We're playing away.
Vegas? Is it in Vegas?
No, it's away.
In Foxborough, huh?
Damn it. Because, you know, I'll be in the win club. I was going to get on Josh McDaniels' fucking ass, baby. They was going to have to kick me out that motherfucker. I might come over the wall.
There's going to be a lot of people getting kicked out. That's why they probably had New England. They wouldn't have that shit in Vegas.
Hell yeah.
There's some fucking names out there still, man. We can still make this team good, man, and make me believe that they're fucking, you know, that you guys are trying to at least go for it, because these first moves, even with the amount of like just the years, like even if you just tell me the years, you don't even have to tell me the players. When you're signing guys for that many years and looking like that, like it's not telling me you want to win now, dog. Like it's just not.
Not at all, man. And you know,
trash though. You signing trash though.
Yeah,
what do we think about
Darnay Holmes? I mean, that's cool. You feel me? But we're talking about impact players, man.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
Money, you get none.
I'll tell you what. The special teams coordinator is fucking having a field day, man. Look at all these guys I got.
Yeah, Landon Collins. That's a special teamer. What are we talking about? People actually think these guys are guys. These guys are fucking special team guys, or they're coming off injury. Mostert is fucking my age, and he fucking off an injury. Like, what the fuck are we even talking about, man? Like, but I like I said, Gabe, you missed it earlier. I said, you know what? I got to stop comparing the Raiders like I normally do, just like I do the Lakers, just like I do the Yankees. I compare them to the league. I compare them to the competition. If you want to not lose your fucking mind right now and not fucking do like I did and swing on the dog or whatever, you're gonna have to fucking look at this team from last year's perspective and just say, what did we get better at from last year? We didn't get better at any position except quarterback. And what helps us this year is that we get a bunch of guys back healthy. So if we're winning anything next year, it's because we got Wilkins back healthy. We re-signed Adam Butler. That's my guy. He reposted my shit too. You know what I mean? He was a key. Adam Butler was key last year. And you already know Christian Wilkins, we didn't even really get to use him last year. So getting all of our guys back healthy instantly makes us better than we were last year. That's why we didn't have to get 9 guys that cost big money. All we needed was like 2 real splash guys, and then do this Stokes, and then do this, and then do that, and then we look like we're really serious going for it. Yeah. And I don't know if you guys have seen the grades. Have you guys seen the Raider grades? This shit is bullshit. Have you seen the grades for the free agency?
It's like B, B's,
A- B.
Bro, and you know that's all for Pete Carroll. If Antonio Pierce made these exact same moves, he'll get an F. This is Pete Carroll's fucking respect that they're giving these grades, because these are all hurt guys. They're not even starters. You don't get a fucking B+ for bringing in guys who aren't gonna start. What the fuck?
I think even the thing that gave him the biggest like bump in that grade is the fucking Geno move,
which was before free agency.
Yeah, it's just like just the upgraded quarterback. Right. But like it's like I love the move. I like the move, but he's still gonna be 35. I hate the narrative that we still don't got to go for a quarterback. Like shit.
Makes
If
no
any
sense.
other, like, come on, man. Shador's not. I hate people fucking like saying that we don't need Shador if he's there. Like,
Yeah, we
They
do.
sound dumb.
oh, we need Shador if he's there. We gotta get him. Like, there's no fucking ifs, ands, or buts about it. We gotta get Shador if he's there, bro. Like, it's just I don't like that fucking that people are thinking that Gino, he's finally peaking at the right time, and like I get it. I like it. You know what I mean? I like the upgrade. I love the upgrade. At that position because that we needed it. You know what I mean? And it gives us some insurance to, you know what I mean, get the guy right, and that's gonna start under him. But
right.
I mean, the young guy that I think we should pick, but we have to. He's gonna be 35 years old, dog, and a month into the season. Like it's
exactly.
Come on, man. Like we gotta be realistic.
And like I said, you missed it earlier, Gabe. I said, say this works, right? Say this works. Say we win 8 games, 9 games, or something like that. We win some games. Now next year we're nowhere in. They want Archie Manning so bad. You got to have a top 2-3 pick for Archie Manning. Period. We're further away from a franchise quarterback if this shit works, and if it doesn't work, all hell is gonna break loose. You know what I mean? Because people are saying, Gino, he's the best quarterback we've had since Rich Gannon. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Y'all are some fucking liars.
Who's saying that? Who's saying that?
I've never heard that. Who said that? Like,
hey, man, it must be a TikTok thing, man. These motherfuckers, they tell me all kinds. I'm like, bro, how the fuck? Bro, look, like, come on, man. Let's not even, come on, man. I don't even want to bring up DC. Let's not go there. Y'all so happy because he threw for 4,000. Look, they so happy because Gino threw for 4,000 last year, but then they was mad at Carr who did it 4 or 5 years in a row with only Patrick Mahomes and only Aaron Rodgers. But y'all happy about Gino doing it for last year. Man, fuck that bullshit. This motherfucker's a 10-year backup. 10-year backup. And he's been good for 1 year. He was really good in 2022. 2023, basic average quarterback. Last year, basic average shit. Like, bro, what are y'all expectations? You think we can have this motherfucker and like you said, pass on the Shador?
But let's keep it a buck though. Let's keep it a buck though. The reason why he actually went 10-7, okay, the first year, even though he had all those numbers, he went, what was it, 8-9? And then the second year he went 10-7. He got a running game. They got Walker and they got what's the name, and they started actually like doing some shit. They started playing to his strengths. You know what I mean?
Play
So yeah, with the play action and all that, like, you know what I mean? So it's like if we do that, but we have to get a running back. So it's gonna be fucked. So it's like, we're gonna put that in the hands of Walker. I don't know what Walker went, but I think he was a higher pick than where we're gonna be end up picking like in the second round. Like if we go running back second round, you know what I mean? Which we actually gonna need an offensive lineman, second round, third round, you know what I mean? So it's like if we go that route and we do the majority of play action and stuff like that, we can't. It's gonna be a lot to put the running game on a fucking second rounder. You know what I mean? Mostert ain't gonna do much. I don't see it. But yet at the same time, we're still gonna need
Mostert ain't gonna do. Mostert's gonna get busy, bro.
He gonna have some splash. He gonna have some splash plays and shit. But like you said, we need an offensive lineman, right? Bro, I just named 2 of them who are 25 years old. So you want to draft a guy who's 21. He has to try to figure it out. Every offensive lineman ain't JPJ. Every offensive lineman ain't Joe Alt. They got to figure this shit out. So if I can get a proven guy at 25, I'm getting him.
Yeah.
What are we fucking doing? It just doesn't make any sense, man. I tried to give John Spytek. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. But he showed me I can't trust him. And I trust him more in the draft, but I have zero trust in this free agency because we have plenty times to do shit.
Game, what up? Same old bullshit year in, year out. Fuck.
But I'm excited. I'm excited, bro.
No, I'm still. But I am more optimistic than the last 2 years. I will say that. You already know that. The first year with Jimmy, I was fucking full-fledged against the system. I was Rage Against the Machine that first year in 2023. 2024, I didn't have no expectations because I knew what was reality. This year, like I said, Gino is gonna. I ain't got to worry about AOC beating him out. Gino is gonna be good enough to where, you know what I mean? He averages a pick a game. Let's be real. He averages about a pick a game, but he's gonna make enough throws and put up enough numbers that we'll be able to overcome that pick a game. Opposed to you can't overcome a pick a game from AOC or Minshew because
that's better than what our dudes did.
Well, I mean,
won a game. I could take one a game.
I just go back to the only reason why I got kind of excited today because conventional teams, and this is what we have been nothing but. We have not been conventional at all this offseason. What good teams do is like, but what I mean is like when people open up money like $15 million today, it tells me that they're close to a move with somebody else that they needed to move some money around to make numbers right. Which hopefully it's somebody. Like I mean that's all I'm excited for right now. But like I mean that's still up in the air. You know what I mean? That's still hope too. That's another hope thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it just. You don't usually see teams open up moves like that. I just hopefully it is for like a Diggs. Hopefully it is for like a Tevin Jenkins. Hopefully it's for like some guy like that. You know what I mean? That they opened up this money for today.
We need a Hendrick.
We get that news tomorrow or the next day. You know what I mean? Because
real shit. I think the money. You're right. You're right, Gabe. I think the money we have right now is enough to get a Tevin Jenkins and an Asante Samuel. This shows hope. Okay, this you can forgive the whole free agency if you bring in
guys like that.
Guys. Yeah, you can forgive it. And like we got to give them $80 million. So people need to get the fuck out of here acting like every free agency costs so much. Every free agent costs so much money. The fuck out of here.
Mark needs to open up, and they need to work out those contracts to where they get that fucking upfront money. You know what I mean? That guarantee money, so it won't really hit the books like as hard as it's supposed to. You know what I mean? Them signing bonuses and shit like that. They got to work that shit out to where we still have money on the books for moving forward. You know what I mean? Shout out Raider Pete. I just want to read this real quick. True. Pete Carroll's background is choosing and teaching to be specific players. Specific players is a gift, but it's a gamble. On paper, it's all lateral or slightly improvement, but compared to the last three head coaches, it's an improvement.
Lakers are balling right now.
Okay, but tell me now. Hey, now, what was his name? What was that again?
That was Raider Pete.
Okay, now I want to know, Raider Pete, where is the improvement? Because you didn't improve at linebacker.
He's just saying as a coach, head coach. Head coach in the last 3 seasons.
I mean, well, the first, I'll give you that. But the first thing he did was give him a quarterback. Like, I like Pete Carroll. I'm fucking with Pete Carroll, but I'm not gonna sit here and shit on AP like a lot of people are. He didn't even fucking get anything. If Pete Carroll got to come out there with AOC, guess what? He's winning 4 games. It's just what the fuck it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people got to put shit in perspective. You know what I mean?
Bro, there was quarterbacks that, like, I think last year, like, I mean, I was the one, kind of talking, on the good side of fucking, Minshew or whatever. But if we would have gave up something, like they were so willing to do it quick, you know what I mean? Before free agency started with the 3rd round pick and all that shit to go get, a guy that at least adequate, you know what I mean? Which I didn't see. Like I seen them go pick up Minshew last year, which I'm not gonna lie. Like I was hoping because I thought, okay, and it's almost around the same lines. We got him for cheap, you know what I mean? We got him for backup money. We got him for cheap, and we were hoping that he was gonna be, this guy. Which I understand people want to say AP's not Pete Carroll or whatever you want to say around those lines, but they didn't show the same willingness to go get a guy. Like if they would have traded for a 3rd round pick, maybe they could have got like I know Kirk Cousins didn't do well in fucking Atlanta or whatever, but he would have done better than I think what we had. You know what I mean? If they would have gave up a 3rd round pick for him, or a 3rd round pick for maybe some other quarterback. You know what I mean? So it's like I just see there was willingness to do that for him, upgrade at least at the most important position for him right away.
Yeah, facts. That's fact. And that's why I was mad. I was mad after AP got fired, not just because he got fired without the right chance, but I was more upset because they just said we're gonna just waste the season. You know what I mean? How you just wasted? Because when you really say, like, we was a laughing stock in the NFL when they say Gardner Minshew and AOC is gonna compete. The whole league laughed at us, bro. Because how you gonna compete with 2nd and 3rd string guys? Are you serious? What are you expecting? We was a laughing stock because of that. So I like that. I already knew once we got Pete Carroll that wasn't going to happen. They're going to actually do what they can do. And as far as Mark Davis working the money, Mark Davis he has nothing to do with this team right now. Yeah. Just like he didn't have nothing to do with Ziegler. He was like, here, guys, do what you want to do. Like right now, this is all Spytek, Tom Brady, and Pete Carroll. But Pete Carroll is more so going to let these guys do their thing in free agency. You know what I mean? Like they're doing he's putting his 2 cents, but they're getting who they want to get. This is Spytek's first job. He think he knows everything because he was come on, bro.
You know what's gonna be crazy? That if the fucking New England Patriots tomorrow say we match that offer, everybody that's saying right now we just signed the fucking a pass coverage linebacker. We haven't really signed them, so don't get your hopes up yet because they have till Monday to match it, and it's not that big of a deal to where and New England has money.
That's 100 bands more.
Let's talk about this guy. All right.
Hey yo,
pass coverage.
Is that George Pickens shit real? Is that real?
I mean, I think people run with anything right now because he took a picture with Tom Brady.
Yeah,
true.
So check this out. So his coverage, he's 40th out of 189 linebackers. Solo tackles 43, assists, forced fumble 0, stops 17, 2 sacks, missed tackles, passer rating allowed 93.8. But he's only been total snaps 514. So
J-Dog, the news said we signed him to an offer sheet.
It's not ours, my guy. And look this, and they're not fucking serious because the tender was only 3.26, and we offered like 3.3. We offered like less than a fucking like 400 bands more. Bro, you know how easy it is to match that? Yeah, you know how easy it is to match that. You know what I'm saying? Like that shows me you're not serious, man. Like he gets no more passes. Spytek gets no more passes until he does something else. That's just what it is. And if he fucked this draft up, I'm gonna be on his ass just like I was with Telesco. We don't give a fuck about this, man. You want to love Raider Nation? You want Raider Nation to love you? Make the right moves, motherfucker. Don't let me be a better GM than you. This shit is not fucking rocket science. It's not.
Yeah. Do I like Alice more than Masterson and guys that we have? That were behind, behind Roberts right now? I do like that move way better, but it's still iffy if we're gonna even get him.
Right. But for the fact that they didn't really try, my guy. If they would have just said, you know what, let's go ahead and just give him 4. Or give him 4.5, bro. That's only $1.5 million more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't make a real offer, and this shit is just like, I'm not even gonna get excited at all, bro. Like, I expect it to be matched.
So you see, like EJ Speed, Baker, and well, maybe not Jerome Baker, but like
Baker's cool,
Eric Hendricks. Speed, I would rather go with Speed or Hendricks personally, because like Kendricks, I apologize. Kendricks can play a lot better, and that's like the best guy that we can get in the draft right now. I mean, as far as free agency.
Yeah, and he like.
You know what I mean? The only thing that I was saying that is like we could possibly make a move, but I've never really seen Spytek do it or seen any organization that work with them to actually trade for a player. And then we got this extra money to where we could pay, that $15 million to make a trade for like, a 6th rounder, 5th rounder. But who are we going to get for that? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, for me personally, like there's even there's like some interior offensive line too that we can get. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of
there. Good guys.
Just sitting there. Yeah. So it all comes down to, shout out Leo, man. Leo said this very, very clearly. It all depends on the player, where they want to go. Because say for example, you guys talking about like Ellis, he gets that, they offer him 4, you know what I mean? He's not going to move from New England.
They just need a match.
No. I'm just saying, say New England fucking matches it and offers him 4. He's staying.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it goes. He got to stay if they match. That's why he's restricted. But my thing is this, though. You're not even serious. You're not serious. Yeah. And they keep moving the goalposts. I know y'all remember this shit. I remember every goddamn thing. We're going to get John Spytek, and he has respect. And bruh, fucking Chris Godwin didn't give a fuck about John Spytek. Nobody that they have relationships give a fuck about any of these guys. He was with Tom Brady. They didn't give a fuck, bro. No one cares. No one fucking cares. And now Ben Johnson ain't shit. Ben Johnson, he ain't shit. Motherfucker, y'all wanted him bad as fuck. Fuck out of here.
Hell yeah, I did.
I would just say,
hell yeah, I did too.
What would you grade this whole free agency right now?
Honest grade for me, if my honest grade is a C-.
I would say C. Like I thought it's just a C because, and the only reason I say C, I'll be with you with this. I said D+ last week, and I would say C- too, but only said C is because the money they opened up today and the money they have still available. That's the only reason. But that could turn into.
What are we gonna do with that shit? What are we gonna do with that? Hang on to it.
Right away. You know what I mean? So, but I'd say
hang on to that shit.
And you look at Tampa Bay though, bro. They wasn't penny pinching. They had fucking Shaq Ton. They had some weapons over there. They wasn't all drafted players. These guys were brought in through free agency over the years. You know what I mean? Like they had some guys over there. Like why the fuck you think you're gonna come over here and be cheap? There's no good teams. There's no that's like thinking you're gonna get a Max Crosby for fucking $40 million. No, for the great players you have to fucking pay. And you want to get great results from guys that you hope are gonna someday be something. This shit doesn't make any sense to me, man. And we got to stop moving the goalposts on these shits because they were so high on Spytek and Brady's influence, so high on it. These guys are gonna get guys in. No one gave a fuck. And then when you talk about the draft, guess what? You gotta hope the guy's there. In free agency, he's there. And people who keep telling me, "Hey man, Maybe they didn't want to come to the Raiders. You think that fucking players hit free agency and start calling up teams they want to go to? No, motherfucker. The agent calls them and say, hey, these teams are interested. What you think about it? But we ain't threw our hat in the fucking arena. We ain't threw it in the arena. So it's not that the players don't want to come here. I mean, bro, look at it. Any of these guys, bro, we haven't been linked to any guy during free agency where it was between the Raiders and another team. We ain't been in none of these conversations. We wasn't with the Greenlaw conversation. We weren't in any of these conversations because he just sitting there. And there's no excuse, man. I won't make no excuses for John Spytek. None. Zero. He got to kill this draft. He got to murder this fucking draft.
Yeah, and everybody was pumped up. The whole nation was actually.
All I heard was Coupon Tom. It's the same shit right now, bro.
Same fucking shit. Coupon John.
He's sitting on money too. He sat on money too.
Coupon John, that's what I call him. Yep. Coupon Tom, Coupon fucking John too, man.
Coupon John.
Well, I know this, man. I was saying this real early when Tom Brady got here. That we lost. The Ben Johnson was hooked up. He met with Ben Johnson or had a call with him. He met with Matt Stafford.
Leverage.
And then right after that, because I was live, bro. I was on a morning live when Stafford went to the Rams, and I started saying right after that, well, what the fuck is this Tom Brady affair? Where's this dude at? And then that same day, bro, I watched you on IG, and you were saying the same thing.
Shit. Yeah.
Am I still overreacting at this time? Do you think about that, or am I right?
No, you're 100% right. You're 100% right, man. And Raider Nation, man, if y'all want to stop being so disappointed, you got to be realistic and look at the situation for what it is. You have to look at the situation what it is.
And that right there, that question, I mean, that answer right there, he better pick up at least as good as Telesco in the draft. Like, Telesco at least has powers to show for his fuck-ups or whatever. You know what I mean? He at least can lean on that. Like, at least I got them that. He better do something like that. Dog. If this is all he's going to show for on free agency, this draft better hit it out of the park. He better hit this draft out of the park.
Hey, but as much people give Tom Telesco credit for those picks, these are the same people who say John Gruden was terrible. John Gruden found actual gems. Yeah, he found that, like, JPJ wasn't a gem. He was right there in your face. Fucking Brock Bowers.
Oh yeah, I've said that before too.
Yeah, like what was his job? What I'll give him DJ Glaze. That was his best pick because the other guys they were right there in your face. Bowers was an easy pick. I give him DJ Glaze, bro. I'm
still iffy with the Glaze one too. Like I like Glaze, don't get me wrong, but
he looked like a starter at least. Yeah, he looked like at least he could be a solidified starter.
Like I think he started off as like, oh shit, this guy could really be good. But then he kind of tailed off, which I get it, rookie, little mistakes and shit like that. And the team wasn't playing well as either, guys were hurt, next to him playing hurt, whatever. And then guys moving in and out of the fucking switching in and out of the lineup. I don't know what the hell. That's one thing I will criticize AP too. I don't understand that move where they went from JPJ from like when they moved them to center and then moved them out of center again and then moved them back to center again. Like that was the only one that's the biggest criticism probably that I would do. Like I just didn't like that the offensive line was already had no continuity as it was, and then just moving guys around like that. Never really liked it during the whole season.
It was another injury. It was another injury. That's why they had moved, because that's one thing about JPJ. He's a valuable offensive lineman. He can play more than one position. But for the fact that they had him starting at guard from the beginning when he was the best center in college football makes no fucking sense. That made no sense at all to me at all. So I already knew once he got his first start, I had told Raider Nation, this is the last you're going to see of fucking James. The only reason we seen James again was because it was an injury. So James came back to play center because he can't play guard. That's the only reason you seen JPJ back at guard, because Andre James can't play guard. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I give
shout out Andre James.
Because what else could you really do? You know what I mean? So many injuries. I think he did the best he could with all them injuries. And the team, when you look at it in totality, they were in games they should not have been in with the backups that they were playing with. Like that, to me, that was good coaching. You know what I mean? He may not have been the best in every critical situation. It was his first time. It was his first time. You got to learn, right? You know what I mean? Like everyone thought he was going to be like fucking Bill Belichick his first time around. Bro, overall, he had that team playing hard, and they had nothing to play for, bro. Nothing to play for.
And don't let Geno start off bad now, because dang.
Yeah.
We're going to kill his ass.
Not in reality.
Not in reality.
I don't think Kelly's gonna let that happen, bro. He'll throw fucking Jacoby Myers out there before he fuck up.
Bruh, if
don't let that happen now, because that's what people are banking on right now too. That that he already made that move. That already putting that over Telesco's move, right? Like they're already putting that move over the Minshew move, which I get it. I mean, I do think that it's gonna be night and day from the move too, but don't let him fuck up though. He fucks up, and which is very well possible, dog. Like what I mean, because it's what I mean. So it's like don't let it fuck up because if he starts getting numbers like, and then people start even comparing him to Minshew, it's gonna be bad.
Horrible.
I think he can't play that bad, bro. I don't think Gino can play that bad.
Hope not, and I believe not too.
No, I think like I said, I think Gino's good for a pick a game, but during that pick a game, he can still throw for 280, 250, 260, have some big plays, have a deep throw. Because one thing about him, he can actually make all the throws. It's about what's in between the fucking ears. Just like Dak Prescott. He can make every single throw. He's a good quarterback, but in certain moments, it's what's in between the ears. What the fuck are you thinking? You know what I mean? But if you can get him to stop making those kind of mistakes as much, I think we can live with a pick a game because he's throwing at least 2 touchdowns a game. You know what I mean? I think he can have a real good season.
What do you think? What as good as fucking JPJ is, whatever. Like I like JPJ as a fucking player. He has that edge to him, whatever. But we still. I mean, I see Sincere McCormick run for 80 yards, which people were up in arms for. And I get it, he showed better than any other running back that did for us all year, whatever. But our offensive line was still, didn't rush the ball very good, and we haven't made very, strides to get better at the offensive line.
Zero.
We haven't made strides to be like so. Like we're banking on, Colton Miller finally getting back to form again. We're hoping on, like fucking Parham not struggling, what I mean, which he had some struggles, last year, JPJ, hopefully he does take that step forward and does that and sort of plays, but we still haven't made like any like actual moves to get better at offensive line. You know what I mean? So like, is our run game gonna really be that much better like right now? Like I don't
because that wasn't the main
one of the words.
No, you're right, because it's not like we had an injured, riddled offensive line. We just had a fucking terrible offensive line. Yeah. Every other place we can say they're injury riddled, but the offensive line, no, they just were fucking terrible. And for you to sit there, and I think we re-signed Meredith. I mean, that's depth. That's a guy who can play if he has to play. But if you can get a 25-year-old Tevin Jenkins, what are you doing? If you can get a 25-year-old fucking Becton, what are you doing? What are you fucking doing? They're not gonna cost $30 million. What are you fucking doing? You know what I mean? Like, and people, I love Genty too, y'all. I'm telling you, I love Genty. He be looking at my stories too whenever I tag him when I talk about him. And
I've talked about there's a lot of good running backs in this draft, but there's only one good one. There's only one great one.
He's special.
There's one great one, and there's a lot of good ones, but there's one great one, and that's Genty.
He's special.
Why not get him at 6 then? Why not get him at 6?
But you can get him at 6. You can get him at 6. It all depends.
There, though, you can't do that.
No way. Now, I think this might happen though. It's a quarterback hungry league. I think Tennessee is going to go Cam Ward. I think Cleveland's going to go Shador, and I think New York is going to go Jackson Dart, and then we get the rest. And I think that sets up the draft. Now we can think about a Genty because we lost our guys, right?
Yeah, that happens for sure. For sure.
But if you got Shador and Genty right there, and you go Genty, you're a fucking idiot because Genty.
I know people are going to say Mason Graham over Genty. People are going to say Mason Graham over Genty or Will Johnson over Genty. Like, I like those players, bro. Those guys are fucking good as fuck. Those guys are good football players, bro. Very good football players. But Genty,
he's different.
Would fucking change this offense, bro. Like, you would finally get our offense. Like somebody said right there, Genty would probably make the offensive line look a little bit better than they actually are too.
Yeah, that's what Josh Jacobs did. That's what Jacobs did all these years. Jacobs makes the first guys miss in the backfield. Like people, you know what I mean? They forgot how special he was. That's what they thought that Zamir White was going to be. He's going to be just as good, bro. Jacobs makes guys miss because of the offensive lineman make a mistake. Jacobs know how to make up for that and still get his yards. Like, I fuck with Genty. I think he's the best fucking running back I've seen in the last 20 years, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. The last 20, I think he's the best. But everyone is thinking, when you think of running backs now, everyone's thinking Todd Gurley. When's the last time somebody got fucked off like Todd Gurley like that?
Nah.
You know what I mean? That's what they think. Not that he's the Todd Gurley player. They think that Todd Gurley injury. And that's why they didn't want to pay Josh Jacobs. That's why they want to pay nobody else. It's like, bro, everyone's not going out like Todd Gurley, man.
Hey, do people not remember Patrick Surtain, the senior, or what? Like, people don't remember Patrick Surtain senior as a player, or what? Because they say people don't players, like football players, don't produce good kids or whatever. Like, people don't remember. He's the defensive player of the year. Yeah, Asante Samuel Jr. You know what I mean? Asante Samuel Jr. Great player. You know what I mean? His dad was a legend. You know what I mean? It's like, what are we talking about?
We ought to be in that mix. We ought to be in that mix right now. We should have had him already. Man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. And he get to play again. Come on, man. Every player wants to go against a team that didn't want him. If he get to go against the Chargers and get picks on Herbert, he like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just pay, bro. We're not gonna get great players without giving them anything, bro. Like, we're just gonna keep watching the show. I'm tired of watching the show. Like, I've been trying to be patient as long as I could. I'm done with being patient. I'm going off on John Spytek ass. He has to fucking win in the fucking draft. He has to win in the draft. What? Hold up. Zamir is a smear. Sincere has some spice. Neither is as good as healthy as a healthy Mostert. Bruh, Mostert is explosive. Let me let you know who Mostert is for everyone who's fucking tripping. Mostert been in the league since 2015. You know how many 1,000-yard seasons he got? One, motherfucker.
One. That's it.
Calm the fuck down. He got one. Is he explosive? He's a one-cut see you later guy. But he's coming off of these injuries, man. We got to stop putting so much expectations on these guys and let him just be that splash guy, because he can have 70 yards on 7 carries. That's what Mostert can do. He is that kind of player. But to
or 80 yards on one reception, you know what I mean?
Real shit. But I seen somebody, I don't remember the name. He said he's gonna run for 1,000 yards. Book it, bruh.
Nah, he don't do that. He's not that type guy.
Come on, my guy. He's done it one time in his whole career. Come on, man. And it was great. When he did it, he had over 20 touchdowns. He was the fucking man in Miami when he had that great season. But when he was real good in San Francisco, he was a splash guy. He was mixing them in, and he was big in the splashes. So we're gonna use him like that. So he can be big time for us. But to think he's gonna be a 1,300 yard back, you fucking smoking dope.
What was the one running back that came in with Gruden that was here for a little bit, that just played a little bit?
Charlie Gardner?
Behind we had the combo and everyone was like, oh man, he's gonna fucking have a breakout season with Josh Jacobs. Caught that wheel route to against the Broncos.
Richard. Was it Jalen Richards?
No, Richard. He was an older back. He played in the same place where Jacobs played too. Fuck, I can't think of his name.
Alabama?
Nah, it was
you know what I'm talking about, right?
He hurt his ankle last year.
Towards the end of the season.
What was his name?
I can't.
He played for Arizona. He shined for Arizona. He was on it for us.
I remember that.
Abdullah came right after him.
Hey, bro, is James Conner out there still?
I think so.
Oh, Kenyon Drake. Yeah.
Drake was balling for us too, man.
Right.
He was balling
Thank
for
you,
us.
Thank you. So knows fucking everything, bro. I can fucking talk about it. Never mind. So
I said
he was balling with Miami too before he came here too.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
He was balling with Miami too before he came here.
That's what exactly Mostert's gonna be. That's exactly what he's gonna be.
Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. My daughter hit me up.
Maybe if you turn back the wheels of time a little bit, because Kenyon Drake came fucking young, bro. When he came, he was like 23, 24 years old.
Yeah. I can't. Oh no, it's good. The green screen.
Yeah, I couldn't even see it. Now you can't even see yourself on there. But yeah, call Ash on her phone, baby.
I mean,
all right, love you.
Drake was balling, man. You know what I mean? But the thing with Mostert is that you can't stay on the field that much.
Can't
stay on the field that much.
I think Jenkins will be a good running back in the NFL. I really want to see what Jenkins.
I don't even like saying that name, Drake. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
He said, "Fuck that guy." Hey, but Kenyon Drake, he was nice, man. He was nice, man. We lost a lot of guys that John Gruden actually brought in that people wrote off, man. Like, people forget how good that fucking what's his name was too. Fucking Aguilar. He came in on the fucking league. Hey, did you see that? I don't know if y'all seen that interview where Gruden, he said that Aguilar called him up like, hey, they offering me $12 million. Just give me 6 now today. He said, "Give me 6 now today." He said,
they didn't have it.
He said, "I don't have it. I don't have it because we brought him in on the league minimum, and fucking DC did what he always did, which get no name guys paid. No name guys get paid with that guy. That's real talk. All these no name guys got paid with him. and we couldn't keep him. But it's like I think Gruden gets a bad rap. He found a lot of guys, and people just think that
Gruden had us back on the right track until the NFL derailed it again.
Yeah, they fucked him. Yeah, they fucked him over, man. They fucked him over, and all that
people
shit.
Were starting to already forget about the Khalil Mack shit and the Amari Cooper shit.
Bruh,
all of that. Pretty much already forgot because we were 3-1 that year. I mean, and then that fucking shit was hot.
We was 5-2. We was 5-2, beating good teams. Like, bruh,
and then the rug shit happened.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what happened? We still made the playoffs, and now I got Raider fans who try to tell me we haven't been good since 2016. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Y'all want to move the fucking needle. Y'all ain't even honest. We got cheated in the Bengals game on the road in cold ass weather.
Yep.
Because Burrow stepped out of bounds and threw that touchdown. Bro, we take that bullshit away, we win that game.
And they blew the whistle. And they blew the fucking whistle.
But that's their excuse because they were fucking Josh McPussel believers who thought that we were so far away. Bullshit. We was in the playoffs the year before that bitch got there.
Yep.
And they got to the Super Bowl that year, right? The Bengals?
Exactly. And we had them on the fucking ropes. And we had with no number one receiver. So when you bring in Devontae Adams, that was supposed to be in the secret sauce to get it all done.
Oh, and then that stupid ass fucking play that I forgot who was the return guy that fucking touched it and then it went out at the 1 yard line and shit like that. Do you remember that shit?
Yes, that was Kenyon Drake. That was Kenyon Drake.
That was Drake. Damn, that hurts. That hurts. But you see how close we were, bro?
We're not forgetting the dumbass that threw that pick at the end of the game.
Now.
Hey man, Josh McPuss did a number on this team, bro, and we're still recovering from that shit.
Who's the one that threw that dumbass pick and at the end of the game and wasn't even close to the fucking end zone? Triple coverage.
That wasn't. Hey, but shit. Yeah, look, Waller, who was off. Look, let's put it in perspective. Waller was hurt. Look, Waller. Yeah, he did. Hey, look. Hey, let's put it in perspective real quick since you want to bring it up. Waller was hurt. Remember, he didn't fucking missed all these. He missed some games. He came back. Yeah. He didn't run the full route. We had Nelson Aguilar, who's not a number one. And then who else did we have? Like, bro, like, that's what I'm saying. That's why the next season we were supposed to add that number one receiver and be partying. But Josh McPuss is such a fucking punk-ass coach. He fucking fucked the whole shit up. He fucked the whole up.
Watch the Patriots have a shit year this year. Watch.
What's his name? What was his name? The special teams guy? What was his name?
Versace.
Versace. We should have kept Versace. Fuck.
He better than that fucking puss.
That motherfucker, when he showed up, when we played against Green Bay, he wrote a note to Mark Davis. Hey, you fucked up.
You know you shouldn't have did that shit, right?
You know he fucked up, right?
Yeah, and Mark Davis know he fucked up. He fucked up this whole situation, man. And Josh McPuss and Dave Ziegler want to separate himself. He want to be like, hey, Raider Nation, don't hate me. I wanted to trade up for CJ Stroud. Bitch, you the GM. If you wanted to do it, you would have did it. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
So, okay, is there anything good that we can say before we get out of here, man? Because
we got about $50 million of fucking free agency money, dog. So that's the only good thing right now. Let's go fucking use it.
Yeah,
I think it's actually, hey, no bullshit. I think it's like 60. I think it's closer to
somewhere
60.
around there, 50 to 60 million right now. Nobody knows.
We're gonna get 20 guys, dude. 20 guys, fucking 2 million. 1 year deals. 20 guys, 1 year deals. 750,000 each.
We go get a Tevin Jenkins. We go get a Tevin Jenkins and a fucking, even like to a smaller degree, a Lockett or a fucking Diggs, bro. I'm telling you right now, I'm coming on this bitch tomorrow and I'm gonna be fucking totally different.
I feel the same. Fucking.
I got one more question. I've already asked these guys this question, man. But if we go get a Lockett, right? If we're saying fuck it, Amari Cooper, just saying. Do you think Myers can be a number one receiver? Because I think he can.
I've always been on the fact that he don't have to be because we have a number one. We have a number one, and that's Bowers.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I'm saying as far as the receiver corps is concerned.
I'm gonna say like this. Jacoby Myers is a very good possession receiver, but number one receivers aren't just possession receivers. He's not explosive. He's not gonna take the ball for 40. He's not explosive. But if it's 3rd and 7 and they're double teaming your number one guy, he's gonna get open. So if we can bring in. You bring in stuff. What I seen Stephon do with Geno was enough for me because when you can fucking plant, stop, cut, do all of this shit, jump, that's the main things I want to see. And you want a fucking prove it deal? You can get this motherfucker. Could have got his ass for probably 13, 14 million. on a 1-year deal with incentives or whatever and all that shit to equal to 14, 15 million. You know what I mean? He gonna take it. He gonna fucking take it. But we're not even smart enough to do that. You can't even do that because I love Jacoby Myers as a second, as a number 2 receiver. You know what I mean? Right. But he's very good though. He's better than what I think a lot of people thought he was.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I like Myers, bro. Myers is one of my favorite Raiders right now. You know what I mean? His work ethic and blocking and all that shit. That shit goes unnoticed sometimes. But
he's a beast.
I just think that you put too much on him if you count on him to be the number 1 receiver, which I don't see him being that guy. He's effective in what he does. I mean, he's effective in what he fucking does. Like when he gets the opportunity, he's there, bro. Like he gets he can take one of those underneath routes and get a first down and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because he gets
slide and slide on the ground. Like he's not a Tyler Boyd. A Tyler Boyd, he can get that bitch and go to the house. Like he's a number 2 who could play like a 1, right? A T. Higgins, he can get that bitch and go to the house as a number 2 who can play like a number 1. So we gotta really have our shit in realistic terms and look at the outside of the league. You know what I mean? And see who's really doing what and what's what. But I love Jacoby Myers. But if you get a Stephon Diggs, now Jacoby can really be a guy. He can really be a guy because guess what? I'm playing against the number 2 receiver all day. And then they can't double Bowers. Bowers can run every route now. He can run. You ain't see Bowers run the seam route one time last season. Everything was a 4-yard catch. He turned it to 12 yards. When you have a Geno Smith who can make all the throws, he just don't always have it in between the ears. That opens up for everyone, especially if you have a Stephon Diggs. You got a Diggs kind of guy.
You get a guy Bowers, like that, Myers,
bruh. We have a real shot at.
Let's do it.
Playoffs.
Let's go get him there. I like talking about it.
I'm down. I said Stephon Diggs a while back too, and I seen that he was available when I was looking at PFF showing who's available. A lot of people might say that he's a little bit of a cancer, too much of a show. Whatever, not you know what I mean.
That's what we need.
They said that about every great player. Every great receiver is like, bro. If we had Jamar Chase, y'all say the same fucking thing. Every great player has a fucking swag. They have something that keeps them on the edge. They have things to give them that edge. What the fuck are we talking about?
What receiver is not like a fucking known as like a diva or something like that in this league anyway?
Jacoby Myers. That's it. Jacoby Myers is literally. Jacoby Myers is literally the only player in the NFL with no fucking ego. That's it.
I get it, people. You guys are fucking traumatized from AB, but that shit was a long time ago.
Yeah, get over that.
Hell
shit.
Yeah.
Get over that shit, man.
Exactly. That's how great players are, man. That's how great players are. T.O. was like that, Hall of Famer. Chad Ochocinco, Hall of Famer. Y'all want to win or not?
Hey, I'll take a Chad Ochocinco.
Busy with Allen, bro. Stephon Diggs was getting busy with Allen. He just wanted to get paid. That's all. He wanted to get paid.
You put that receiving crew together, bro. Bowers, Diggs, and Myers. That's a very good trio right there, bro.
And then if we miss on Shador and we have to go running back, so you're gonna have all of them, and you have like a Genty or something like, bro. We can get to the playoffs this season. But you can't. I'm not even talking about playoffs or anything like that until we actually solidify the receiver position and the offensive line and see who we're gonna have running the rock. You know what I mean? I like Sincere McCormick. I think he got upside, but we got to get people we know for sure. And you sprinkle in the Sincere McCormicks, you sprinkle in the Raheem Mosterts. But we got to make this shit happen, man. Yeah. Hey, Raider Nation, man, let's make it happen, man.
Yeah. Well, shit, man. Tell them where they can find you.
You guys ain't hearing nothing new. You guys ain't hearing nothing new. Been saying that for the longest already. Maine just got involved.
I just say it more pissed off. I just say it more pissed off with more passion. But yeah. I know we out of here, man. If y'all not follow me, man, go follow me on YouTube, The Sportsman, Instagram, The Sportsman, and TikTok, The Sportsman. Help your boy get up there, man. I'm trying to get to 2,000 on YouTube. I'm a little short right now. I'm a little short on 22 on TikTok. And on Instagram, I just hit 3K on Instagram. So, man, I fuck with all y'all. I appreciate all y'all fucking with me, man. And even the ones that be hating, I appreciate y'all too, man. It's all love, and it's Raider motherfucking Nation. You know what it is.
There you go, bro.
I mean, we appreciate you guys. Gravy, you going live tomorrow? In the morning?
I was planning on it. I'm planning on it.
All right, so man, you guys look out for that. Gravy's hitting the mornings and stuff like that. You might get a pop-up show, maybe Saturday, Friday, who knows. You guys go to hit that like button on the way out, subscribe. hit the notification bell so when we do go live, you'll see it all across the board. And we appreciate you guys, man. We tell you guys every single time, don't be thankful for what you do, guys. What you don't drink and drive. And how we always end this motherfucker on 3. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Raiders!
You fucking bitch. Let's get it.